What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to week 3 of Valance League. We've got a fantastic game here for you today. We got Team Vigorous versus Hentai Haven. Now, Team Vigorous coming into this is a bit of an underdog. You know, they're 0-2 in their series so far. They did manage to pick up a win versus Bob Academy, though. Hentai Haven coming in top of Division 3B at the moment. I think these are probably the longest standing teams in Valance League. Both of these teams were around when I was first playing in 2019 spring. They stuck it through. They're still here. I'm joined with Sam Vette today. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing good. It's going to be great to see high quality League of Legends. I was watching NALCS yesterday, and yeah, I'm happy to see some good League of Legends for once.
Exactly. Now, as I know you've been scouting out both teams here, are there any bans you're expecting to see?
Honestly, if we don't see a Nasus ban for Big, I will be surprised.
That's great. Yeah.
And then anything else, I don't know.
Alright, perfect. Now, there's the Nasus ban. As predicted, I'm somewhat expecting a Diana ban towards Blazing Midnight. He's always been a bit of a Diana main. All the way back from, how far back does this go? Even Season 7 and beyond. He's been a Diana main. Bit of a one-trick, some would say. Not me. I say it's just one of his many talents.
Yeah, I've seen him on Vel'Koz too.
Yeah, that is probably his backup. His primary backup. One of them to the Diana.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of old faces on the red team in Vigorous today. Daddy J, all of the players on the red team have been playing since 2019 spring. I think only Rani and Oscar from blue team have been playing since 2019. I'm not sure when Big came into VL.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure when B came in. Callum is a bit newer, but he has been around for a while. I think it's his first split playing VL.
Yeah, so we'll have to see whether the experience of the red team's players are going to triumph over the rookies somewhat in the blue team. We got a Hecker in first pick from Hentai Haven and a response of Zaya, and probably not going to be Timo.
If it's not Timo, it's unfortunate, honestly.
It's very unfortunate.
Timo can blind Hecarim when he goes in, and then you will only need to deal with the damage from, everything else. But you won't have to worry about out attacks, which is a really good counter.
Yeah. Oh, not quite. It was the Graves. I'm surprised to see Zaya come out as a priority for the ADCs. No ADC bans in the first rotation here. So Zaya as a priority is interesting. A Heimerdinger actually locked in for blue team. Wow.
I wonder where that one is going. But a red team locking in Graves over Timo, it is a AoE. But it's not a point and click blind. So it's way worse than Timo's blind.
Maybe red team knew that blue had the Heimerdinger as the counter to Timo, because all of Heimer's towers, you can't stop all of them from auto attacking you.
True.
It's uncounterable.
Also, first picking Saya, it's a good answer to Hecarim, because he can't really dive you.
Yeah.
But she got heavily counterpicked in a mage bot lane that will just poke her down.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a bit hard for Blitzcrank to look for hooks as well, versus what I presume is going to be a Heimerdinger bot lane, because he can place the turrets in front.
Yeah, you will have to do some fancy hooks if you're going to get past the 3 towers in lane and minions.
Never know though. These the Karma and Heimerdinger could be going anywhere. You know, it's a triple flex from Heimer and from Karma, or quadriflex from Karma. Well, no, probably not going to play Karma ADC. So triple flex from both.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, honestly, in Ram. I was expecting. I'll give a brief little history on the reason why I know the name Ambitious Ram. He was the only player in the 2019 spring split who played a game of Draven. I looked at that. I saw there was one Draven game and it was a win. I had to look up who the player was as Ambitious Ram. I'm sad to see he's not playing a Draven Blitzcrank lane here. That would make my day. Maybe next game, or maybe game 3 if it goes to that.
It would be a cool combo to see. Mm-hmm. However, it would be a very hard lane to execute into Heimerdinger. And also Hecarim. If you play Draven and you play into Hecarim, you're not having a great time.
Unless you're a psychopath. And if I know anything about Ram, based on my DMs to him, is that he is nothing short of a psychopath.
That is respectable.
I see, as I predicted before, Midnight's Diana was banned in the first rotation. Completely forgot to mention it. And his Vel'Koz banned in the second rotation. I think Galio is an excellent pickup for the red team here. They've got double AP for the blue side. The AD mid lane threats have all been banned away. Lucian, Aurelia, Yone, or the main ones, I guess. I'm not really too sure on Callum Matley's ball. Maybe he's got another AD. There's the Yasuo. There it is.
There is a Yasuo in the first game into a Galio. This will be exciting to see.
Will be. I don't know too much about the lane matchup for...
Wait, a big Arcan
no way.
on Ornn? Now that is a sight to behold. He will finally go top and upgrade my items like the top lane peasant he is. Respect.
Now, I'm quite liking the way blue team's all shaping together. You see the...
That is a Singed.
What is going on?
Singed is actually a really good counter pick into both Ornn and Yasuo due to his grounding ability. Because you can stop both Yasuo and Ornn from pressing R. Yeah. And as you know, Yasuo pressing R is really important for the champion to work. Yeah. Right?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Also, Galio going mid here is respectable, because if he goes mid, he's effectively bot, because he will just perma roam bot.
True.
Because that's what he does. And bot laners, they need circles. They can hit multiple people bot, right?
Yeah.
And Galio has a lot of them.
Yeah. In fact, he has 3. The only one that's not a circle is the Z. Even his passive's a circle, actually, so he's got 4. That's crazy. Who would you say has won the draft here? Which team are you giving this draft difference to?
Honestly, I think Team Vigorous drafted really well. They knew a fair bit of what they were up against, even before the draft started. Yeah. Because Saya, she's not the greatest into a mage lane, but she can clear a wave, and depending on how he plays it, he can survive lane and just scale. I think if they drafted anything but Blitzcrank, I would say that they won draft. But due to the Blitzcrank, I don't know. I think they lost.
Alright. I'm gonna be a bit controversial here. I mean, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna say Vigorous all the way. Only because, right, think about it this way. Graves, what sucks about Graves? He has literally no CC. He's got a slow on his W. The blind is the most OP spell in a team fight. It doesn't matter early game. Or what do all of his laners have? Some sort of way to set up. They've got the Xayah root, the Blitzcrank hook, the Galio chain CC, the Singed goo flip. He can go anywhere, right? And he's happy. He's chilling.
Anywhere, I don't agree. If you gank this bot lane,
I
think you're griefing. If you gank this top lane, you might be wasting your time. If you gank this mid lane, though, now there is a way to win. To perma camping Ayasa.
I see a reality where Daddy J gets 2 ganks top lane, and then he proxy farms permanently. The enemy team cannot stop him. Heimerdinger's terrible at chasing people. It's going to be a 0-10 Yasuo. It's just the Yasuo effect. Hecarim maybe can chase him, but he's going to die to the Singe. That's the reality I'm seeing for Vigorous here.
I mean, as for team comps, I like how HH comp works together. They have a Unga Bunga teamfight comp. I like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vigorous they have elements, but they're not as Unga Bunga in their team fighting as HH.
Exactly.
So, considering how 5-head their draft was, with the Singed into Ornn, the Saya into Hecarim, their draft was full of counterpicks, so I don't know why they would counterpick themselves with the Blitzcrank. Maybe it works out.
You know... Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, maybe Rakora is the most insane Blitzcrank player I've ever seen.
Okay, well... First of all, it does not matter how bad your draft is, right? If you pick Blitzcrank, it's winnable. All it takes is one hook at any point in the game. Like, I can't imagine the Yasuo is going to even react in time to throw his win wall up to a Blitzcrank hook, right? This guy is going to get hooked in a late game team fight. Then what's going to happen? They only have, like, Hecarim's damage. Karma's probably got a Moonstaff build. Heimerdinger can't really run into a fight. He needs people to run into him. I think Blitz is the key. You know, Blitz in any Division 3 or 4 game is a win condition.
Yeah. I think, weirdly enough, I think the team who starts the fight will almost always lose this game.
You think so?
Because neither team, actually, blue team has fairly good engage with Hecarim, Ornn, and Yasuo. But the counter engage from Singed, Saya, and Galio is just so strong. You cannot engage on them.
That's true.
Meanwhile, the counter engage from Ornn and running into a Heimerdinger, followed with a Yasuo, is also very hard to engage into.
Yeah, so I guess the fights are really going to be determined around who sets up at the objectives first.
Yeah. If you can get to an objective first, the enemy team needs to engage on you, and you win the fight.
Yeah, it's an interesting about both teams have got quite a decent split of mixed damage. I'm sad to see there's no interest in runes here. The only thing I can really comment on is that on Blitzcrank, I'm not a fan of Aftershock. I hate Aftershock, right? It's probably fine into Heimerdinger Karma, because if you hook one of them, you're probably going to just get all their spells unloaded on you.
Yeah.
I'm a connoisseur of either going Electrocute if they're really squishy, to just bop them, or Unsealed Spellbook if you're an absolute machine. You go Unsealed Spellbook and Nimbus Cloak, and you just... It hits 6 minutes into the game, or whatever the timer is for a spellbook, and you just ghost mid lane. There is no escaping it. And imagine that you have Graves, Birdio, and the Blitzcrank all just bopping the Yasuo. Unescapable.
That would be interesting. But if you don't want to grief your team, I would recommend Guardian. The rune is actually really good now that they have changed the range and buffed it. Because you give some extra peel to Ram. And he has a lot of peeling already, so if someone gets onto Ram this game, I would be surprised.
That is true indeed. Yep. Let's get the directed cam on. I don't know why it automatically went to manual for me there for a sec.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna see any level 1 shenanigans with the Blitzcrank. This is what
Yeah, we definitely are.
Okay, instantly incoming. The damage is super high from Graves, especially if Blitzcrank manages to hook someone into like near a wall here.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna get 100 to 0 instantly.
Yeah, they are walking up, and Heimerdinger's is chilling in the tri-brush, and will they get the hook?
Does he see these guys? No, the turret doesn't quite give vision of them here. Oh, he sees
Oh, he knows.
Blitzcrank walking in.
Oh, that's
barely.
close.
That was tickling. I don't even know whether this is Heimer's brain or his. Oh, it's not. He's wearing a suit. Tickled his suit a bit there with the fingertips of that hook. Not quite in range for the grab.
I have seen hooks hit when they have been further off, so I will say that he was a very skilled player to dodge that one.
The Blitzcrank gods were not on the side. See the master emote come out from Oscar. He knows he's mastered this game.
Yeah.
Mastery 4 is the most BM master emote to pull out, actually.
Yeah. If you pull up the level 7, they know you're trying really hard. If you pull up the level 4, they know that you're not even trying and you're still beating them.
Yes, I barely even play this champ, guys. How are you so bad? That's what that emote says to me.
Like, I have not played this champion since season 6 or whenever it came out, and I still beat him. There's a hook landing on the karma.
Clean gaming from Blitz.
Yeah, fair bit of damage considering that they are level 1. If that was level 2, I think the karma might die then.
An interesting thing about Heimer towers that I learned from playing a bit of Heimer myself is that the tower HP scales with Heimer's level, not the rank of the towers. So they're extremely squishy early game no matter what.
Yeah.
And you can see the team's abusing this a little bit by just constantly clearing the towers before they can really deal damage. Bit of a trade going on.
Gaming.
Okay, bit of a little burger flip. Show him you mean business, Daddy J. Hit him with it. Bit of a pause. Big is lagging. See, Hentai Haven are like, damn, a bad trade happened top. Big must be lagging. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way that Big, who's playing a top lane peasant, will lose to a burger flipper. There's zero way.
Now, there's no wards in the top lane, and if my eyes don't deceive me, the Hecarim is about to gank top. I'm not sure what this path is that he's done. I'm not used to seeing red Raptors, blue Gromp.
Yeah, that is an interesting path. I am not a jungler. I am very bad at jungling. I have been jungle capped by Boel several times, so I will not critique his pathing. But he should be looking to gank top lane here, because he's level 3. Or maybe he's just going for unusual full clear.
Yeah, I would imagine that if he's doing the backwards full clear, you would go red, blue, Gromp, and then backwards through your camps, if he wanted to full clear.
Yeah.
I think it's a fine opportunity to gank top lane here after this Gromp. Daddy J hasn't placed the ward down yet. I don't know if he's going to, but we'll see. Time will tell. And from Red Team, it just looks like XLZ9, who I've been informed is Spring, if anyone recognizes that name, or Forbedre, as he's also known. He seems to be just going for a full clear at the moment. He's chilling, he's power farming. They're going to end up at the opposite Scuttle Crabs when they spawn, so they'll both pick up one each, unless there's a significant amount of action happening in mid lane. That means that one of these junglers has to respond.
I guess we are going to head back into the game soon, because they have said that they are ready.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on the mechanics of pauses because I think the chat shows in real time when it's in pause.
Oh, so we might be
may
here for a
waiting
little
a few
bit.
minutes. Yeah. Let's have a gander. Let's see if there's any stats I can pull up for this one. Have a look at previous games, maybe. From either. Oh, no, we got straight back in. No need to worry about any of that. A lot sooner than expected. Look at that. Top laner no longer
now
lagging.
He's not lagging anymore. He's taking a good trade and then walking into a pose.
He started to lag again. What can you do?
Yeah. Oh, there's a gank from Hecarim top. I don't know why we're showing bot lane.
Yep.
Because top lane is dead.
As expected. There he comes. Daddy J didn't get the ward down in time. Don't know if he didn't find the opportunity for it. But it was good from Beak to take that trade just beforehand.
Yeah.
Get Jay low enough for Hecarim to just clean it up.
Also, he walked into the poison to bait Jay to walk up again.
Exactly.
That's actually really smart. Big brain coming through.
Nice pun, nice pun.
Yeah, he has heard a lot of those during my time on HH.
Hecarim managing to keep up in CS with for Bedre / Spring / I'm just going to call him Spring because that's what I mostly know him as. And even though I say that, I'm probably still most likely going to end up calling him Graves most of the time. But
yeah,
Spring equal in CS. Well, I guess Hecarim's about to catch up soon. He's gone back to his Raptors now. So they're clearing at about the same speed, despite the great Hecarim managing to get off the gank here. And the bot lane's looking pretty even. CS advantage going over to Ambitious Ram at the moment. Mid lane, bit of an advantage to the Yasuo, which is to be expected, considering Gali is an anti-mage versus a melee fighter.
Yeah, I am a bit disappointed to not see a single gank thrown mid from Spring. Because Yasuo has not necessarily played safe, since he has been getting an advantage.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he hasn't been punished for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't paid too much attention to the mid lane.
No.
It could just be that Spring just wants the power farm. He says, my team's so bad, I need to 1v5 this game. He might be saying that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, or not. Maybe he's saying,
Graves,
come on, Daddy J, we're getting you back in the game. Let's get this. Can they kill him?
Yeah,
they can. Let's go bot lane. The
okay,
hook's
bot lane?
Karma's low. Never mind. Just sums being blown all across the board. Oscar's heal coming out, Ronnie's flash, Bakuri's ignite. Somehow
there's a heal for heal, but I ignite for flash. So there is an advantage to Vigorous.
Yeah, there is. It means that there's going to be big ganking opportunities available to the bot lane. Unfortunately, Graves can't take advantage of it at the current moment because
look at that. Bowel ganking mid before Spring. My heart.
I think the reasoning for it here is that Gali has been pushing in to try and negate Yasuo's duel, and he's trying to ignore the Yasuo as much as possible, shove the waves back up. May have been disrespecting a bit and standing up in the waves. Can't say for certain.
Placing midnight is looking for something. He's just putting on a walking back to mid.
Hecarim ahead in farm now in the jungle.
No.
And the gank up. You know, this is
he has successfully ganked. Both of them has ganked. Wait, actually, yeah. Bowel has ganked twice.
Yeah.
He's up in CS. One of them were successful. This is starting to look
interesting. I wonder who's going to get the first dragon this game, because well, I think red team could easily go for it if Graves is down there. They have really strong skirmishing power. So do blue team though. That's the thing. So it's quite quite difficult. It's more about, I guess, if Blitzcrank can land a hook on a key
Hecarim
target, being
is
either
6
Heimer
now.
or Yasuo.
So if HH decides to just walk to Dragon, oh, Oscar might be dead here.
Oscar down.
Yeah.
Well, oh, ambitious.
Wait, ambitious? Yeah.
Pink ward.
Throwing out the pink ward to make sure
boys.
that you see your health bar. That's always important.
It's a bit of extended BM. He got Mastery 4 emoted by Oscar. He says, you know what, I'm going to drop a pink ward on your body.
Yeah, I can see him doing that. What I was trying to say before that happened is that they could walk up with the Heimerdinger, with the R of Hecarim, and just force break.
Yeah.
Because if Vigorous try to engage, they can counter-engage. And as I said, you want the enemy team to engage on this game.
Yeah.
Talking about engages.
Yeah, a bit of a skirmish happening in the mid lane. TP comes out from B. Hook barely goes wide here. Straight through the middle of 2, but a lot of resources expended from blue team.
I feel like they might want to force Drake here, because they expanded TP.
They're going to have to. It's the only way this TP can be worth it. They traded TP for mid splash. We need to go for the dragon here.
No.
Daddy J and Spring looking to pick up the Herald in response. I wonder if they can do it before blue team can get over there and react. I think blue team might look for a reset here. Maybe they'll know something fishy's happening. There's no Daddy J in the top lane. They are making their way over. Wonder if they'll
will
be
they be
able
in
to do it
time? Yeah, it's 2k. I don't think they will get there in time, but will they be able to catch them?
Oh, the Graves managed to pick it up.
Maybe.
Big fight.
Yeah, this is actually a 4v2.
Yeah, huge fight for Vigorous right there. Huge gold swing. They can place the Herald down here and get a load of plate gold. This could be
that's
absolutely
actually
massive. Or we could do Raptors. That's another option as well. Never mind Spring realizing the error of his ways. Heading on over to mid lane to put down the Herald.
Honestly, I want to see Vigorous back off here. Give the Grave solo gold. He is already, from that fight, he's really big. And if he can get solo platings here, he would be really fed, but he will not get solo plates.
Fine. He's giving it to his Galio. He says, you know what, man? I haven't given you the love you deserve in this lane. I'll give you some gold to compensate, you know? Some, I can't remember what it's called. Let's say it's alimony, right? It's not, but, you know, something like that. Reparations, I think it's called.
Honestly, if you decide that you're not ganking mid lane, you should stand your ground and say, I'm taking all of your gold. You're not getting anything. That's the interaction I was looking for about hooking a tower. And that's where the... I was going to say aftershock comes in clutch, because you don't take the damage. But you don't proc the aftershock because it's a tower.
That's where the Guardian would come in clutch. Like you suggested.
I don't think it would proc Guardian though.
No, but if they counter-engaged on it, then your Guardian would proc.
Ball stealing away blue buff.
Yeah.
He is still in a 2 camp lead over Spring.
Yeah, I see how even the gold is. Spring is 500 gold ahead because of those plates and that Rift Herald fight. So, despite the fact he is down in the efficiency of his farm, he's managed to keep ahead.
Yeah, he's ahead in gold, but he is behind in XP.
That's true. That's true. And of course, well, I wonder actually. I think because he's got his mythic at the moment, he would be able to fight Bowl in a straight up 1v1. Bowl still has to reset to use some of his gold here.
Yeah, I would favor the Graves in a straight up 1v1 most of the time, due to him going challenging smite, and Boel going shielding smite.
Yeah. That is true, that is true. Bit of a messy fight in the bottom lane here. You saw Rokori getting aggressive to try and land a hook. Perfectly timed counter gank from the Hecarim there to pick up a kill on Rokori as he was getting a bit over aggressive for a hook there.
Big using his spells a bit freely.
Yeah, he is not got a care in the world in this lane. He is absolutely chilling. He says, if any one of these hits Daddy J, I'm happy.
Surely he must run into one of them sooner or later.
It's gotta happen. There's no way you can throw out 100 spells in lane and all of them miss. Although every time we do pan the top lane, that is what I'm seeing. Daddy J just playing with his food at the moment.
That is a TP used from Daddy J. So we will see if B can actually use that to his advantage. Maybe TP down to the next Drake.
Yeah, it should be up. Let me get my timers up here. Oh, they aren't showing because my HUD is too small. Not important. Daddy J might be getting solo killed here.
Yeah.
Does manage to get killed by Big. Very well played, knowing his damage there. Barely got him with the last tick of that W.
And now there is a curious item choice. Turbo Chemtech. What is up with people buying this item?
Now, I'm no Scientologist, and by that I of course mean scientist, right? But I think it's partially because I think the Sunfire costs, if I recall correctly, 600 gold more than the Turbo Chem tank, and you can't really proc the Sunfire all too well on champs like Horn because you're not constantly auto attacking to get the fire damage.
Yeah, fine.
Not only that, but there's also the mythic passive was changed, so Sunfire now gives tenacity and slow resist, and the Turbo Chem tank gives ability haste.
Okay,
maybe
that
that
might
has
be
something to do with it as well.
Because I don't imagine Ornn to be one of those champions that want to run at you really fast, such as a Rammus.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just probably to help follow up with his Hecarim. Maybe even in some ways you could use it to peel you, just to run at them with Turbo Chemtech, get the slow off.
Oh, that is a flash. Well, he has X flash. It's a good sidestep from Ron.
A wise man once said to me, I use my flash every game level 1 because I prefer Hex Flash.
I respect that. I usually flash level 1 to not be tempted to int.
Yeah, well, that's another reason. Daddy
Beak
J
is going for another solo kill onto
Beak getting a bit overly aggressive for the solo bolo here. Oh, Daddy J thinks he can take him, flips him back into the tower. It's a bit of a fiesta going on here. Can Daddy J pick up the kill here? All he needs is one little flip. Let's go back to bot lane.
In front of him.
We'll record
I think Jay has abandoned the fight. But Big is running into the jungle and donating the kill over to Spring.
Spring picking
That's
up
what I want to
He's
see.
getting massive. Yeah, the CS deficit in the jungle is not mattering as much because of these free kills going over to Spring. You know, the jungle gold difference isn't even that much anymore. It's only 300. Oh, we got a fight in the...
Okay, Boel is going for Spring.
Spring
did something, and Boel is not happy about it.
He managed to out-lifesteal tank him with the shield bow there. Excellent ulti from Blaze of Midnight to deter the Hecarim from just carrying on pummeling at the Graves. I think he probably could have killed the Graves because it was only a magic shield, and he just walked away. I think he didn't want to end up dying for it, but in the end, it's a 1-0 for Vigorous.
The one thing I will say is that Galio gives a damage reduction percentage.
Oh.
So when he or someone. So I'm not sure if he would have died, because if he gets an auto attack off, he will lifesteal a little bit. So I don't think he kills him with another Q. Maybe Q auto attack with Trinity proc.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they removed the. I might be wrong there. But you know, I've been wrong about many things in my life. Galio's abilities. You know, I've literally never played that champ. I could definitely be wrong for sure.
Yeah, I could also be wrong. I do not associate myself with champions like Galio. He's a bit too filthy for my taste.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Circles. Okay, whatever you say.
I only
man
play
has four
balanced
circles.
champions like Kai'Sa. So.
Yeah, and Yasuo. Look, when you play it, looks balanced. Not
No,
that,
actually, I
not
prefer
broken when I
Yone.
play it.
Yone bot lane is actually really good.
I do remember you did perform pretty well on it
Yeah,
in your 0-2 game.
yeah, I didn't manage to get the 0-10, but close.
Did your best, Trilulu cosplay. I respect it.
Yeah.
Okay, red team getting the vision control in the river here. I like to see that. Setting up for. Okay, once again, I still have no idea when this dragon is spawning.
Drake is going to spawn in about a minute.
A minute. Okay, I've turned my HUD up to 100% for this. Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got a minute on the dragon now.
I saw Spring ping it in the chat. So
Ah, smart. Makes perfect sense. I probably should. Ooh, my daisies! A beautiful hook landing from Corey.
the counter engage though
Yeah,
is
100 HP there.
maybe
Never
huge.
mind, we're taken down by the ignite.
Is Bowl going to triple kill?
Ooh, Oscar barely missing that. The rockets there. Graves just lifesteal tanking his way through. Can Oscar
Graves
pick up?
is
What a turn from Oscar!
Okay,
Ambitious, or Blaze of Midnight. Sorry, coming in.
my
clean it
man
up.
just popped off with the Heimerdinger. I don't know how he did it. I don't think he knows himself, but he did something, and they died.
I think he knows exactly how he did that. Any Heimerdinger player has the same size brain as Heimerdinger, factually. He knows exactly what he was playing for there. He said, guys, I'm running the calculations right now. Give me a sec. I'm waiting for my cooldowns. Running these calculations. Yep. Throw out the E, throw out the W. It's an easy dub.
I think he might disagree. But yeah, I will for now agree
Humor
that
it.
Oscar is
Ooh.
really
Daddy J with the
really
slick
smart
cancel.
person.
Did you see that? Daddy J?
Yeah.
Big
The
going for
root
the
on
TP
the-
down. He goos him. Like he's gonna recall now. Now Big has got no ulti for this
That's
team fight.
another
Daddy
root.
J can TP in, and this is just an absolute win for Red Team. What a bit of a blunder from Big there. I don't know whether he knew whether the singed W, the goo, would actually cancel his TP. But at least he's learned for next game.
I'm happy that it's an ongoing tradition for HH players to lag every game.
It is what it is.
It is a tradition as old as the team itself, and the team is really old. So
Thank you for explaining that one, just in case any viewers in chat weren't aware. You know what? I'm taking this time. I had a bit of a scan of the items. Imperial Mandate Singed. Is it the tech? What's
Yes.
going on?
wait, I think it might have been the tech, but I think they nerfed the item, so it doesn't work as like it used to.
It's I'm pretty sure. Hang on, let's have a look. 6 seconds per enemy champion mark. Ally champion detonates the mark. Yep, I would have to say this is no longer the tech.
Oh,
Although I do
you can
know
only mark them once every
that you
6
can't detonate
seconds.
it. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, they changed how the cooldown works, so it's actually 6 seconds from when you first proc it instead of it being 6 seconds from when the mark expires / detonates. So it used to be a 10-second cooldown. Now it is actually a 6-second cooldown, if I'm not wrong. I prefer, personally, as a Singed connoisseur myself, the Rift Maker. Running around, healing, especially with the Conqueror, man. It all just, the cogs are just turning when you get that
Yeah.
Rift Maker. Though I'm not sure how good it is with the changes. I believe it was a increase in HP of either 150 or maybe 250 for the loss of 7 Omnivamp and the percent Magic Pen Mythic Passive.
I think the mandate build is it's definitely worse than it used to be, but I don't necessarily hate it here due to him being a more supportive player this game.
Yeah.
Because he is not supposed to be carrying this game. The carrying is supposed to be done by Spring and Ram.
Yeah.
So it does set them up for more success if he can't. Because it's also a very cheap item.
Yeah.
So if he wants to give up resources to his carries, that might be the optimal build.
Speaking of support, I remember you could actually go Moonstone. You could go the Moonstaff build on Singed as well. So maybe that could have been an option, considering they have no other users of that on their team.
That is true. Because if he wants to commit on being a support, he might just as well actually commit to being a support.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how familiar Daddy J is with the items. I recall a story from Cali, I believe, of Daddy J asking what is Stridebreaker in one of his tryout games. Big respect to the man for coming back to League and VL especially, because I know he's taken a brief stint playing a game called Dofus. Of course, VL is not sponsored by Dofus. Oh, hook onto Oscar straight.
Yeah.
He's going down. And yeah, this dragon is more than secured now. It's going to be a 5v2 in the dragon area.
I was gonna say that I hated the Blitzcrank pick, but the way Rakor is playing this, he's making me look quite silly.
Do you remember what I said? I said Blitzcrank is a win condition in any Div 3/4 game. Heck, with Spike Spiegel, it's even a win condition in Div 1. Everybody go ban his Blitzcrank. We want to put him on Seraphine every game. Just throwing it out. Ooh,
yeah, I think it was a really bad pick for the lane, but I didn't see the big picture.
Yeah.
In these mid-game fights, he's huge. He's setting up picks, he's peeling his ADC, he's silencing people. The pick is just too good.
It's not even that the pick is so good. Rakori is smurfing it right now. He has magnet hands, and all of these guys are made of something that, magnets attract, right? Any kind of metal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Name one of them. Don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's messing these people up. Maybe I should say, whatever. I won't continue with that terrible, terrible metaphor or simile. Right?
I mean, you could argue that he's made out of metal, and that edges are just magnetic.
Yeah. Wow.
But
I don't like that one as much. I prefer to say all the enemies are. No worries. No worries.
I mean, my version makes it seem like I'm flaming HH, which I am not. I think they have honestly been playing the game fairly well.
Yeah.
Aside from that one fight at Rift Herald that I don't think they should have committed to, because they were 3v4. They couldn't punish Ram bot because he's a Saya and they're not going to dive him with Heimringer Karma lane.
Yeah. It was a bit greedy, that one Rift Herald fight. It was just they just wanted everything, I see this a lot in lower division games especially. Not to say it doesn't happen in Div 1 and 2 and all that as well, right? Happens everywhere where people get one objective and they can't bear to lose anything, and then they end up taking terrible fights because of it. The game snowballs out of control for one thing.
Yeah.
Story as old as time. A story as old as HH and VGR, some may say.
Yeah, that's really old.
Exactly.
Older than me. Well, at least than me and BL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would hope it's not older than you as a person. That would be a very long-standing rivalry since before League of Legends existed.
Yeah.
Have a little ganders. That Callum Matley not having the strongest game at the moment, still hasn't managed to pick up kill participation.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you caught that, but Blazing Midnight tried to CCB, and he pressed W.
Yeah, the W.
So he didn't get CC'd. Quite cool.
What a mad lad.
Good job. But yeah, the lane allocations for HH is looking kinda weird right now. Because they're putting Big Toe. Oh, neither of them has TP for now.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the Yasuo should be against the Galio. The Galio is 2 levels up on the Yasuo, but I still think... actually, no, Yasuo is only at 1 crit item at the moment. Probably can't even 1v1 the Galio at this point. I think if he gets some more items, he might be able to take him out, but at this point, it's almost looking like Daddy J could just tower dive him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just walking all over Callum Matley. He says, you know what, I'll take that, Grump. See you later, buddy. Big pushing in the top lane at the moment, getting some pressure down as the Dragon will be spawning in 20 seconds now. So he's making sure he's got that all pushed in while the red team is set up fully at the Dragon already. So we'll
honestly, I think they have done a good job with the Yasuo, because in my opinion, Yasuo right now is in a very bad state due to, well, simply put, there is a better version of Yasuo in the game. Yeah. And Yone is pretty good, but Yasuo is, well, not good.
Wow, absolutely huge fight there. A great hook from Akori onto the Hecarim to start off that. Making sure that the Hecarim has to use his ulti just to survive means that he can't follow up on the Ornn ulti. Yeah. Excellent work all across the board.
Yeah, that was a really good fight from Vigorous. Yeah. I think they might be able to... I don't think they will end. I don't think they can end.
I don't know, I think they're going to be looking for it. They've got 20 seconds here and they've got a cannon.
Yeah, maybe they can actually.
Or they're just going to play it safe. Daddy J is going to
go to Baron.
Look for the wave.
He's going to Zulu end. He's too good. They can't stop
Daddy J
it.
has spent so much time on Plague. All we did was at any opportunity we would look for CS. That his entire team, Daddy J, please, we need you to tank Baron. He says, dude, there's an entire wave here for me to cut. He doesn't even help his team at the Baron. He's fully
Blazing Midnight had to TP into Baron pit to tank. Because Jay will not do that. He's not a top lane peasant, and he will
blue team didn't even contest, and he still TP'd in. He does not care. He's looking for the 1v5. Daddy J going for some montage plays here.
He TP'd in, lost half his HP, and he's chilling.
He's back to square one. That's exactly what I like to see.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You know, he's enjoying himself. He's up in CS. He says, this is such a win. I don't need these things you call summon. He recalls again. Look at that. He will not stand for being below 2/3 HP.
What a mad
Not on my watch.
Also, I will give huge shout out to Blazing Midnight for kind of popping off on the Galleon.
Yeah.
It is a bit of well, BL champion. Like literally every mid laner I have seen plays the champion.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he's playing it well, and I have to give respect to that. Also, shout out to Oscar, he's a good lad.
Yeah, I have heard. that he is in fact a lad of the good variety.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've got to give respect to him. I even give respect to Callum Matley this game for pulling out the Yasuo. Not many people that are rookies in VL would be confident enough to pull out a pick like
He's
that.
not a rookie. He has been here for a bit. Bol is a rookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on TSBA, and other than that, I don't remember what teams he has been.
There it is. That's the experience. That's the experience that gives him the confidence. He's like, I've been on TSBA. This is it. This is my time to shine. I'll show him what I'm made of on Hentai Haven.
Yeah.
And I mean, what he's made of is some very strong, very magnetic metal, right? But the rest of HH is the same. Maybe it runs in the team.
Okay. Bol gets onto Ram.
Ooh.
Oh, but gets hooked. It's,
This Blitzcrank doesn't miss. Even if it means he has to start tanking tower, he will not give up any opportunity to hook someone.
He
Massive
will
Blitzcrank.
hit his hook.
No.
And
This
to
is
all the support mains out there, that's all I need you to do in my games. Please hit your hook.
Vigorous. Actually wrapping up, coming in as the underdogs in this series. Coming in huge. Yeah, excellent game.
They will close out the game with well, quite a convincing win.
Yeah,
Well played to them.
It was honestly looking a bit shaky early game with the counter ganks from Hecarim, the solo kill top side, the early dragon going over to blue team. It's just, you know, a few fights just swung it into Vigorous's way. But excellent game.
Yeah. No, this is looking to be quite an interesting series. I will look forward to seeing how they adapt draft to game 2. Maybe the Galio is a bit too strong.
Okay, and we are back. Game 2, VGR versus Hentai Haven. Hentai Haven have opted to go onto the red side this game. Are they going to use the counter picks a bit better than VGR did? Who knows? Let's find out in this game.
Honestly, I don't know if it's possible to get a better counter pick than that. The Singed, I don't think it was the most impactful champion in the game, but on paper, that's an insane counter pick to basically their whole team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from Daddy J's time on Plague, he went from Garen, Darius, somewhat two-trick, to complete psychopath Singed main. We said, Jay, you can't play carries anymore, you're playing tanks. He said, I'll get the best of both worlds, I'll kill everyone with Singed. So, he's very experienced with the Singed, and I think it showed, especially with the goo, the knowledge to goo to cancel the TP in that one Drake fight.
It is understandable to become a toxic main when you're on Plague, though. So both due to the name and due to the players he had to play with.
Yeah. Are you expecting to see any bans from the previous game or any changes in bans from either?
I really want to see a Galio ban.
Yeah?
Get that champion off my screen, man.
Do you think they'll ban it in the first rotation? This is the Blitzcrank being banned. Hentai Haven were having some troubles with it. I think the Blitzcrank was a bit 1v9 in the last game.
I think it's a good ban. But there are champions that does the same thing as Blitzcrank does.
Yeah. I mean, there's also the fact that, as far as I'm aware, Ronnie does play Morgana, which is a pretty good counter to the Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
Could have been a pickup for Red Team. The Diana still getting banned, not letting Blazer Midnight have any fun in these games. Double AD mids banned. It looks like they might be setting up to pick the Galio again. Don't know if they'll do it in the first rotation, but after...
They will not pick it in the first rotation. A good job to HH.
Yeah. I think Blue Team going into that game would have been confident enough to pick the Galio in first rotation so long as Yon and Aurelia were banned.
Yeah.
Just because it seemed like Callum wasn't confident enough on the Yasuo, or maybe, wasn't practiced enough on it to fully take advantage of the Galio. And then obviously banning out the other AD picks, just ruins his game plan.
Interesting move for their top laner to pick Sion. Usually your ADC picks Sion. But...
Really? Yeah, Daddy J.
No, but honestly, I think Sion isn't a bad first pick. Looking at the last game. Like, Ram kinda played really well, so...
Yeah.
And expecting the Hecarim, so...
Yeah, was Seraphine banned last game? Maybe it was banned by Hentai Haven last game instead of the Blitzcrank. I can't quite remember.
I think it was.
Yeah, but to ban the Blitzcrank away and pick the Seraphine is, I think, a bit of a better solution, especially if VGR decide that they want to put priority mostly onto Xayah. And, it would make sense for Blue Team to not take Seraphine, since I think Rokori is more known for picking more aggressive engage supports. Let's have a quick check before I say... Well, I've already said something wrong, if that is the case. No, he does play mostly... His top champs this season are Alistar, Thresh, Leona, and last season it was Set, Thresh... Oh, you mean he played? Okay, well... he's a multi-role talent, I guess.
I mean, Yumi is kind of an engaged support.
Yeah.
In a way. But
that is true.
Where do you think the Seraphine is going?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I forgot that it's a flex. It could be mid, it could be support. I don't think they'd do my boy Callum Matley like that. I don't think they'd say, man, Callum, that Yasuo, not having any more of that. You're on a support next game.
Support duty. Instant.
Yeah. I don't know. They are banning away the Vel'Koz, which I imagine would be good into Seraphine mid. But it could also, once again, just because it's one of Blazing Midnight's comfort picks, they're trying to get him out of his comfort zone.
I mean, banning Vel'Koz here is actually pretty smart because it's partially Blazing Midnight's comfort pick, but it's also really good at melting tanks.
Yeah.
Sion into Saya Graves is not going to die. He builds 2 armor items and is unkillable.
Correct, yeah.
So they kind of need something to melt the Sion in teamfights, or else they will just have a ball of Hecarim Sion and Seraphine that is unkillable.
Yeah, a similar reason for banning out the Malzahar. Malzahar does percent health damage, I believe, on his ultimate. Yes, his ultimate does do 10% to 20% maximum health based on the rank, and then 2.5% per 100 AP. So probably looking at about 25% of a target's max health and magic damage near the end of the game. Plus, Malzahar's building those Leandries and the Demonic. It's a great ban to prevent this tank treading champion. I wonder what we'll see. Sorry, go ahead.
Malzahar is an annoying champion to play into, no matter if you're playing a tank or a carry. He will take a third of your HP, at the very least, with like a single dot of his Malefic Visions.
Yeah, and it would have been excellent pick into what the red team had so far. They're all very short range-ish champs. I mean, Seraphine isn't really short range, but she doesn't really do any damage either. The damage dealers at the time of red team, of Hecarim and Sion, or Sion also not really a damage dealer, but you know.
I mean, honestly, Hecarim and Sion has a lot of damage, both of them. Is it a Garen time here? I would like to see Darius, if I'm being honest. Like, I have personally played into Jace Darius. It was not a very pleasant time. He decides to go for Renekton. I'm not a fan at all of that pick. No. But I wasn't a fan of the Blitzcrank either. But then again, you actually were a fan of the Blitzcrank.
Yeah. I mean, the Renekton is somewhat fine in terms of the fact that while Seraphine is going to be given shields...
They actually did your boy Callum Matley like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I looked in the Zyra. I didn't want to say it. I thought say it ain't so. Say it's Seraphine.
No, I thought they would put Seraphine ADC.
Yeah,
and save the counter pick for Callum. But they decided that there is no more AD champions in the game to put mid. So let's just put Seraphine mid.
Yeah. I mean, I felt bad for my boy Callum Matley. Not a whole lot of damage coming out from red team, although the Senna, I believe, does a surprising amount of damage with this new Kraken Slayer Gwynsu's build that's been emerging recently. So, and obviously Zyra is quite annoying always, and blue team isn't too tanky, to be honest. Renekton doesn't really build tank items. He builds those bruiser sustain items, and obviously the only true tank is Leona. So it's maybe a bit more interesting.
Some crucial parts to keep an eye out for is will Sion become immortal? Can Sion Graves get ahead this game like they did last game? Because they don't have a Galio, they do have a Leona and a Orianna though. And also, can Callum get Seraphine to the stage where she's just obnoxious to play into because she heals so much, she pokes you from so far away, and she will CC you from base. And can Oscar get to 100 stacks?
Just by locking in Seraphine, he's already gotten to that stage.
Yes, but like...
all he needs is to hit level 3, and he'll be at that stage.
I would argue that he needs at least level 6.
Maybe. Yeah, he won't be able to engage.
Maybe moon staff too.
Maybe.
At that point, it's just like you can't play into it.
So, at the end of the day, who are you saying's one draft here? Who are you giving it to?
I really like HH Comp here.
Mm-hmm.
They have, like, their champions are so obnoxious to deal with by themselves, and together they have a front line of Sion Hecarim, and then if you somehow get past that, you have to run into Syra, which is a bit interesting to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to run like another mile to get to Senna Seraphine, because they are standing in their base, out-attacking you.
Yeah, I would also have to give it to the HH here. It's just not going to be possible for Blue Team to take out the Sion and Hecarim, I think. Both of them are just going to, if they don't rush, just plated steel caps. I want to see plated steel caps and any of the mythics. I don't care which one's on. Probably Sunfire Cape, though. And then also, let me have a think. What's an armor item that's actually good? Thornmail. There you go. Thornmail. Right. Those three items, Sion is unkillable. Hecarim gets his mythic is Trinity Force, plated steel caps, and a death stance. He's unkillable.
I think a Vig will go for a pretty early Titanic Hydra, though.
Yeah.
Sion with a Titanic Hydra is ridiculously scary.
Yeah.
Also, I need to shout out Team Vigorous for being a true connoisseur of the Game 2 Turbo Inting draft. I have done it sometimes, not too often. But you have to throw in at least a bit of spicy picks in there. Game 2. You won Game 1, it's time for Game 2. You throw in a Renekton top into Sion. You throw in Yon Camille into Poppy. Happens.
Yeah. It's going to be, let's see if there's any interesting runes here. Nothing really of note, as far as I'm aware, is press the attack on Renekton. I guess going for some early solo kills in the top lane, maybe some dives, that's what press the attack's good for, is amping up your teammates' damage or those short trades, so maybe looking for some...
Yeah, I think he's looking to bully the Sion early because he's not going to be able to do that later.
Yeah. And I guess... Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I guess part of it could also be that he's viewing it as, how am I possibly going to be useful in this game as Renekton when they're going to stack armor, and he's saying I get press the attack, and then that extra bit of damage from the press the attack, what is it called? Not the active. You know what I mean? The proc.
No.
Is going to increase Oriana's damage, and that's all he needs to do.
Yeah. He just thought, what can I possibly pick into Sion that can actually kill him? Mm-hmm. Darius, a tank slayer? No. Renekton. With pressed attack.
Exactly.
I don't think Vigorous would ever want to invade here. So it's interesting to see them stack. But if they did, HH has a beautiful stack.
Yeah. Blue team manages to spot out the red team stacking in the bush and goes for the ward. Although, I'll be honest, I don't think they saw any of red team before deciding to go for that ward. So, the Spring
if they
could have
stack
just
top
been walking
side,
into all of them.
They will actually get a kill there.
Yeah. But who can predict that a madman is just going to walk in like that?
Yeah. Also, I will have to say, big respect to Big for using that red side counter pick to counter pick his opponent before he picks. That is the most insane outplay we have seen here today.
That is true. But yeah, you know what they say? Our I say they. Only I say this. Counter picks don't matter if you're just better than your opponent. So let's see if Daddy J can put to work his Div 1 experience, and he puts it to work under the Div 2 experience bead. We'll find out. We'll find out. It's the same jungle matchup again. Hecarim gonna be blazing it through the jungle, just ripping apart all the camps. Spring's gonna be a bit slower on his first clear. You know, I would have liked to have seen Spring go red, blue, enemy red, just murder this Hecarim. I don't know if he can even do it. I don't know whether he can actually kill the Hecarim early, but I'd like to see him try.
I wouldn't like to see him try that, because they have the same room, Face Rush, but Hecarim also has Ghost, and Hecarim with movement speed has a lot of AD. Grace with movement speed is just fast.
That's true.
So, I guess he could sprint it faster, but I don't think he wants to do that.
You never know. You never know.
You do never know. I have seen junglers done weirder things, like, say, I would never do it, but I might have missed Smite as Nuna several times and got them stolen by the enemy bot lane. But,
Interesting decision here. Spring manages to get onto the crab, whereas
he's looking to counter gank top.
was looking for the gank top.
Can they burst the Renekton before Spring gets there?
Oh!
Looks like no. Can Spring do anything there? No, there are just two low top laners.
Yeah.
On
Daddy
their
J's
island.
flash burn, Bowl's ghost burn, but now the fact he has to Bowl's reset in here means that Spring could just.
Yeah, he's
run
going
and
to get to bot first.
Never mind. Spring says, "I don't want bot crab. Give me that sweet, sweet grump, baby."
No, I don't think he wants to go to bot grab, because mid has prio, and bot has prio, and Hecarim backed. Like, he was already backing, so he would be able to get there faster. I think it's actually a good thing that he didn't go for that bot grab.
I say he's a little pussy. That's what I say. In a nice way. In a nice way. I would have gone for it.
Oscar is going aggressive.
Ooh,
there is a gank
daisies.
coming through.
Ooh.
Can Boel clean it up? Oscar gets the kill. My man, chilling, getting the kill. Like, he's going to carry the game.
Absolutely no bias. He gets one kill. That's a carry moment. He's won the game. It's over. Hashtag.
There is no bias, because I haven't bought anything, so I can't buy.
True. True.
Also, I'm not in the game, so I can't buy.
Ah, yes. Callum Matley getting a bit low on mana here. Gonna be forced to back.
Yeah,
Surprised Blazing Midnight took barrier in this matchup. I can't
Blazing
imagine
Midnight
he's gonna
has
beat it this
already
game at all.
reset once, so
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised to not see Callum simply back there and TP back, because he got a bad trade, but considering he's going back to base and healing up to full either way, I think it was worth.
I think Callum was just waiting for his lost chapter. Actually, no, you don't even go lost chapter, do you? So
I think he's going to go the Moon Stuff build.
yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to stay for that. Oh, but he has picked up the lost chapter. Never mind, my genius trumps all.
Is he going Leandris then? I would assume.
The only options are Leandries, Everfrost, or Ludens. I highly doubt it's going to be Ludens. Everfrost is a possibility with how short range blue team is. I doubt it. Oh, blue team sneaking the dragon.
I don't think he should go Everfrost, because he should not be in range to use it.
Do my eyes deceive me? Daddy J just walked to the dragon. He didn't even TP down for it.
Yeah, he walked to the dragon, sacked top, plating, sacked everything top, and now he's laning into 2 ranged. So
He's
maybe
using the early
not
game prowess
the best success.
for Nexon perfectly.
If Bowl can hit 6, they can dive top. Because there is no 6 for Ram. He will not be able to escape it. He has no sums. This is a very risky place to be for Ram. Unless, of course, Bowl decides to go mid and leave Big alone versus 2 range. Unless Big...
Never mind Vakori going for the solo bolo here. Like, he isn't letting this guy escape with his life.
There are 2 tanks, and they are currently slapping each other with what one would assume to be pretty dangerous weapons, sword and axe. Yeah. But they're made out of, I don't know, plastic, so
cardboard, no damage. Yeah.
Fenders, they deal damage though. Makes sense.
Well, you know, it is what it is. I do like the swap from, you know, I would have liked to have not seen it be with a Renekton top, but I do like the fact that they're swapping to pick up the dragon and then get the Herald to try and snowball their bot lane even harder.
The only thing that I also want to add on that is that they had 2 lanes that were just losing, and now Renekton is not having a good time. But their bot lane is having a good time. And the 1 losing lane is better than 2 losing lanes.
That is true.
Do you see those Senna mechanics? Like, he has played the champion at least once before.
All of the mechanics.
Yeah, he knows that he needs to get to 100 stacks. Let's have a look. How many stacks is he on? 16. A bit away to 100.
I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Herald coming down. Look, the whole of VGR just says, look, we're going to split this tower plate gold as many ways as humanly possible. Yeah. We're all going to get...
Give some to Leona too. Share the gold now.
Look at that.
They are chilling. And Boel is just looking to shove the Herald around a bit.
I'm going to say that
they're getting plates top.
There was nothing that doing that was going to change. I think if I was Bowl or Adorkable there, like Adorkable should have just been trying to zone Daddy J as much as possible, use this 2v1 advantage. It's say, fine, all of you get your pink ward of gold, it doesn't matter, right? They aren't going to stay and get more plates than those 2 they just got with the Herald. You're chilling.
Is B going to solo kill something? Maybe.
Be going for okay. Oh my days, a bit of a video.
He is 1v2 and he almost got a double kill. Now that, if I have ever seen one, is a big play from B. Good job. And this game, once again, we see a 2 camp lead from Boel in the jungle. There has been not really any action.
Yeah.
But there are some CS advantages adding up for HH. They are currently 2k up.
Yep, that is generated mostly from top lane where the Sion is 1k up from getting all of these solo plays. Time after time. And there's just nothing that Renekton can do about it. The Sion is just pushing his way towards more armor, more tanky stats. Renekton's being forced to be tortured in the bottom lane. It's just not a fun sight for him. Ooh, Daddy J with the moves here. Slipping and sliding all around.
He's putting on his fancy shoes. He's putting on his Crocs, dude. He's chilling.
He slipped into a comfy pair of Crocs for sure right there. Oh, Ambitious Ram just getting down here.
Ambitious Rams was a bit too ambitious and yeah, he got rammed.
Oh, but Daddy J going for the solo bolo. No way, man.
Wait, is he going to actually be able to kill? Yeah.
What
this is why he picked Renekton. He's behind 1k gold and solo bolo kills.
He goes back, he says, get off of that wave. Callum Matley being forced out by Ambition.
Deep plays from the solo laners of VGR.
Now we'll get to see which item Calamatli's building towards. If we see the blasting one here, we'll know it's Everfrost. If we see... No, it is going to be the Leandries he's building towards. Daddy J, look at that. Clutching that gold lead back. He's only 300 gold deficit at the moment, considering he's been 1v2 laning. That's pretty, although I guess Sark was too. But yeah, he's managed to close the gap extremely well here.
Yeah, the gap is down to about 1.5k instead of 2. I will say that HH are still in a comfortable lead because they do scale really well.
Yeah.
But scaling into a Ori is always a bit scary because all you need to do is lose track of the ball for 1 second, and boom, your ADC is one shot, your support is one shot, your mid laner is one shot, your jungle is half HP, Sion is full HP, but he's not going to 1v5.
You know, True Scholar would say that blue team is scaling harder than red team, purely because of Renekton.
Oh yeah. I thought you were actually trolling, but turns out you were only joking. But yeah, Renekton will fall off pretty hard. The one thing I will say is that Renekton does scale better now than he did, due to Gore Drinker and the fact that he will go into a fight, get one shot, heal up to full, and then get one shot again.
Maybe we can see the power of Gore Drinker here. It healed for absolutely no HP there. Oh, but will he be able to get a kill on?
He deals a lot of damage though.
Barely, not.
He forces both R's from Bowl and B.
Blazing Midnight getting a bit traded onto here. Oh,
Callum?
Is Calamatli
going for a bit of a solo kill?
No way.
Maybe.
You forced me out of lane. This is why Blazing Midnight took the barrier, to not use it when he's about to die, but to just have it look pretty on his summoner spell bar. That's what I'm looking for right here.
Honestly, like, now they kinda look the same color, because now the flash is darker, so it matches the barrier. I like that.
It's unfortunate, something I didn't pick up on actually, the red team was able to get the second dragon because, you know, blue team really wants to be stacking these dragons, have it as their win. I thought that's what they were looking to do, you know, rotate to the Rift Herald as they did early, use that to generate enough pressure before the dragon spawns, pick up the second dragon, get the mountain soul as fast as possible, try to win the game.
Oscar has opted to go for the Swifties instead of the Berserker Greaves on Senna. I think that it's not bad, but I just prefer the Berserker Greaves on Senna right now.
If I was...
that
is... Midnight Salty just going wide there. Does manage to dodge Oscar's W. Oscar's getting caught out here. Going a bit low.
Oscar might die.
Rockori with the solar flare to finish him up and
he doesn't have more though.
Bowl's in the back line, 1v5 in it.
No,
instantly dies. Oh, but big man getting a couple kills there.
Yeah, Seraphine has arm.
Ori, Seraphine still has art. Is she going to use it? Down onto the left here, into 3 maybe, into 4? Nope, just completely ignoring it. Beak's got a more.
Beak is 1v5ing this.
But now this is the real matchup. The two top laners just wailing on each other.
Beak said, you might have solo killed me before, but now I am solo killing you and your entire team too.
What a close fight.
Yeah. Callum ended up using the Ori to kill the Ori.
Yeah.
Ori also used Barry.
Thank God. I thought that wasn't going to get used. You know, some would say Cleanse would honestly be more useful in most of these scenarios.
I would say that it was a 5-head move to not use the barrier, because then you bait people into thinking he has no flash, I gank, and then you use the barrier and you wasted the time.
Yeah, you use the barrier and then the enemy thinks, wow, this guy took this terrible summoner spell, and then they just kill you anyway.
No.
Oh my god, Daddy J wants vengeance
is
there.
very dead here. I think Bowl should just run away.
picks up a shutdown. Look at that.
The leads is actually 2.5k. No.
Yeah,
After
which is
that fight.
mostly the mid and top lane. 800 gold advantage for Beak here, and a 1,200 gold advantage from Callum Matley. He's doing much better than last
The
game.
Drake is up, and Vigorous is just gonna take it without any contest.
Yeah. Similar to how the last Drake happened, they just managed to get a great pickup onto the enemy team and just transition it into a 5v4. They easily secure the dragon, so. I'm a bit worried though for blue team if red team ever manages to pick up any of these mountain souls or mountain dragons, I should say, because the bonus armor is going to be huge.
Yeah. Even a single one of the mountain drakes onto a Scion.
Yeah.
Oof. Let's have a look at the HP bar of Scion. It's only at 2.6k at 17 minutes into the game.
Oh. Mass ulti mid, the combo ultis, wow, just 100 to 0 to Orianna there.
Yeah. I honestly didn't see that one coming, but, you know, I guess Ori did get CC'd, you know?
Yeah.
So she maybe saw it coming.
Sorry, as I know you were saying earlier about the Swifties on Sentinel, I think, honestly, even over Berserker Greaves there, just getting the play at steel caps, make even your Senna unkillable.
Yeah.
Versus all this physical damage.
Also, if you compare Big to Jay as a frontliner, right now, if Jay decides to press his R, he gets 500 health.
Yep.
Which will actually make him... they have the same amount of HP, but the difference is that Big has a lot more armor.
Yeah.
And some magic resist. And it's not enough for the Luda's Echo, Luda's Tempest, Ori, to actually... She's not enough to kill Big. Because there are 3 people hitting him, and it takes forever to kill him.
I will say, that was a spectacular bait by Daddy J. He had the ward in there, so he knew that they were both recalling. Both Spring and Blades of Midnight rotated over. Daddy J did the classic play stupid, where usually people will see that and they'll think, there's no way this guy's that stupid, let's just keep recalling because it's the correct play. But they're like, wait, no, this guy's a Div 3 player. He's clearly just a moron, right? Kill him. But no, it was actually Daddy J, 5-head mechanics. That's the Div 1 player in him.
Yeah, I think that was almost a good bait. It ended up working out really well too. He is 6-1 on the Renekton. Obviously, great use of counterpick. And with the Gore Drinker, he will be able to somewhat be a really good frontline.
Yep.
If he can hit multiple members. If he can dive to the backline, he might be able to carry the game. I still think that if he decided to pick any other champion, say Darius, this game would be in a much better spot for VGR.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he has made the Renekton kind of work.
Yeah, he has for sure. Yeah, the problem really with Renekton in this game is that he's mostly burst damage, but it's not too high burst damage.
Yeah, you could see the quick trades. Like, he is shipping down Big, but when Big decides to actually fight back, he gets hurt.
Wow.
Pretty bad.
When Big is stacked up, his Sunfire Cape is just not playable for Daddy J.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's. I would have preferred to see, like you say, the Darius, because in late game team fights, it doesn't matter that the Seraphine and Senna and Zyra are healing through all the damage. When if you just get one ulti reset, you just hit someone once and then ulti them and they're just dead.
Like, it doesn't matter if they're always full HP if you need 1 auto to kill them.
Mhm.
Also, both junglers are farming pretty well. They are almost at the level of their top lane and ADCs. Callum is actually the only one who has like really a substantial CS lead, since he is almost 10 farm per minute on the server.
Wow, he completely shown what he can do this game. Compared to last game, he is, you know, it's like night and day.
Yeah, he is going Moonstaff, but not. He's going Staff of Flowing Water, but not
The Moonstone Renewer. Yeah.
Oscar does use both his sums, gets away. He knew he was hitting the blast plant with his Q. He's just that good.
Almost the clean ace from red team there. I think Ronnie died. I don't think she recalled there. So yeah, just
Honestly,
excellent.
this might be Baron.
Hentai Haven, yeah. I think I use my channel points well to vote on Hentai Haven here. Any doubters in chat, I hope everyone voted. You know, I'm not saying this game's over, because it ain't. Anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
Anything can still happen. I'm not saying it's over, but doubters, question mark?
I mean, I will say
doubters?
a single combo from Rakore hitting a nasty, like, 3-man arm into Blazing Midnight, yeeting his ball onto Daddy J flashing him. Everyone is dead.
Yeah.
And that can turn the game.
Sion. And Sion 1v5s.
I don't think he's at that stage just yet. The feathers will still hurt him. But I will say, Gale Force is a really good item on Saya due to the ability to reposition.
Yep.
But considering that no one on VGR can actually melt the Sion, he will be a big problem.
Yeah.
Because both carries, well, not Graves, he's also a carry, but he can't really go. He has for the most DPS build that he can possibly buy, because Kraken Slayer on Graves is not playable.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why both of them has decided to go for Burst when they kind of really need DPS into the Sion, and also the healing Sion from Seraphine and Senna.
I just think the Sion is a really good pick in this game. It's so hard for Zayok to buy good items here into Sion, because she really needs an attack speed item after the Essence Reaver or IE are her two main items here. She doesn't need an attack speed item actually.
I think the draft from HH were really good this game.
Yeah. But she also needs like the Last Whisper. She needs her IE. It's hard for Zaya this game to get into a position to be able to take down the Sion. Especially when he's already got his Rando and Zoma.
Because Saya wants to hit the squishes with this build, but she can simply not hit the squishy target. Due to there being a massive Sion who will one-shot her in front of her. And the squishes are simply too far away from her.
Yeah.
But then again, like last game, top lane counterpick wasn't really the game changer. This game, it was definitely very impactful.
Yep. Yeah, the top lane matchup has meant a lot here. The roams that Big's been managing to get off this game, he's just completely ignoring Daddy J here.
Yeah. This is how it feels to be late mid game to late game Renekton.
Yeah.
It's basically like this. In the summertime, early game, Crocs are great to wear. They're cozy, it's nice, everything is good. But then there is 2 meters of snow outside. You're now winter in Sweden. Crocs is not it, chief. So yeah.
Yep.
Late game Sion is slightly better than late game Renekton. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I don't know whether you wear Scion shoes in the summer or winter. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm not sure how Sweden is out there, but
Usually we don't wear corpses on our feet. So
I don't know. I've never been to Sweden, so I can't confirm or deny this thing.
yeah.
I'll trust you for once.
Yeah, I've never been to England either, so I don't know why you would suggest wearing corpses on your feet. Summer or winter. But I imagine it to be worse in the summer due to the heat.
Yeah, probably. You know, you never know unless you try. That's what I always say.
Honestly, I think BGR need to fight this. I just have no idea how they could manage it.
The only way they can do something here is, like you say, getting a 3-man ulti onto the back line here.
Yeah, but how would you do that?
Look,
they have no one on the flanks. Oh, they get a Zulu or on the Renekton.
Yeah, it's not enough to only get the Scion. You need to be getting the backline targets and then ignoring the Scion.
Yeah, Boel is just chilling in the backline.
Yeah.
Oscar flashing in, he's carrying the game.
Okay, but can Spring escape?
I think he will get an auto. Yeah.
Pick up the final kill. That rapid fire cannon proc coming in.
Yeah,
huge.
the long range bop.
And
like I never doubted him, right?
Yeah. Scion itemized perfectly against the entirety of blue team here. He's got
literally no magic resist because the Ori built Ludas and will therefore deal exactly 2 damage to the Scion.
Yeah.
Like, she even R'd the Scion alone and did about 0 damage. That is a huge solar flare from
not good to be putting more gold onto Daddy J that he always
No, what do you mean? He's scaling. Let's not put gold on the carry.
And drop it over to Ambitious Ram. He needs to be able to get to that Last Whisper as fast as possible. Can they pick up another kill onto Adorkable here? Bit of burst. Blaze him in, like not using the W instantly there.
Rakori has decided that he's not going to give up this game for free.
Yeah, Rakori is putting in work here. It's just finding pick after pick. Good teamwork from VGR and good mental to be staying in this game. You know, yeah, I mean, they're still looking for plays, even at this point, you know, using the TP to get the flank onto Oscar, get that shutdown goal. If they can do the same to Callum, you know, they can be closing this gold.
How much gold does Jay have on this Renekton? Like, in total?
12,400 gold to Sion's 12,000. It's the second highest amount of gold in the game, only beaten by Senna with 13,000 total gold this game.
So he has 12,000 gold, and the gold lead is currently 7k. That's a 19k gold lead.
Yeah.
That is quite insane.
I mean, yeah, it's across the board. The rest of the gold lead is there's a 1k gold lead for Red Side's jungler, a 3k gold lead for Red Side's mid laner, mostly made up of the farm, I would assume, 100 CS almost.
The level leads from HH, mid, and bot.
Yeah.
The ADC and mid laner are 2 levels up.
Yeah.
Sion is TPing in, they're looking for the fight.
Okay, if
they're forcing VGR off.
Can Spring escape?
Can Spring?
There? No.
No, he cannot escape. That is Baron.
With his team. There's no way Sion could drift into there, but he just took the turn a bit too late.
You say no way, but I have seen Sions do a lot.
He could have also ulted over the wall as As great.
Oscar taking a big chunk. I think Oscar is dead. Oscar is dead.
Taken out. This could be huge.
Can Bo still carry the fight?
Backline, getting a Dorkable down, but Bo straight onto Ambitious Ram. 2 shots him.
This is what they need to do in teamfights. They need
escape out.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
They need to find a flank past the sign. If the sign is not in front of the backline, Ram will one-shot them. However, will that happen again? Now that they know that Ram can do that, will they let him do that ever again?
Did you see that? Daddy J was about to complete his recall, he cancels it, the pink ward the Baron, and then the Hecarim just walks up and smacks him.
I did not see that now. That is sad.
That is really interesting.
Drake is coming up very shortly, in less than a minute. Vigor needs to fight and win the fight. And they won the last fight, kinda.
Yeah.
But they need to, like, flat out win the team fight. They need all of HH dead. Otherwise, they cannot take the Drake. And even if all of HH dies, but they get the Drake, maybe it's worth. As long as VGR doesn't simply finish the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's worth because VGR is also just going to get Baron off of it if that happens. But
yeah, but trading Soul here, that is a huge shockwave.
No way, can
it's also a big Seraphine.
Oh no, Ram died before being able to get his R off. I don't know. Oh, he didn't even have his R up for that fight. That is
okay. He's diving into the backline. He's chilling. He's dead. Okay, yeah. They get Drake here.
I don't think Spring's going to be able to 1v1 this on here. Let's find out. Close.
Senor coming through. He doesn't miss that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Grave's not looking too strong.
Wait, Oscar, pick up your souls.
How many souls is he at now? Let's have a check of Ruski. He is at 71 souls. Not quite the 100 we were looking for yet. We'll see if this game can go on long enough to hit that. To the 100 souls mark that you're looking at.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the Cyan HP bar. 5k HP. Yep. That is a late game Cyan.
No, I think one thing that we haven't actually touched on is that while there is a almost 10k, or sorry, a 9k gold difference, you have to appreciate the gold difference is going to be generated by the Senna passive as well. The free stats that you get from that are, if I had to work it out, it's probably about, how much is a crit mode? Is it 800 though? Yeah, I think so. So it's probably, don't know why I'm trying to work it out.
I think Senna actually gets a lot of value from her crit now, because she goes a Rage Blade. If she just crits you, it's nothing, because she gets she doesn't crit like other champions crit. She has like a Yasuo passive, so her crit deals less damage due to her getting free crit percent. But due to her getting Rage Blade, she actually deals a lot of damage with her crit percent she gets from her passive.
Yeah.
So she's a monster. Cyan is a monster. Seraphine has, since a long time, been at the stage where she will simply be obnoxious. I don't think there is a single champion on HH I want to deal with in my games right
now. Completely agree.
Especially when you have a early to mid game comp like VJ.
Yeah. I think the gold advantage from Senna's passive, not including the range, because you can't really put a value on that, is a bit over 3k at the moment. So the gold difference isn't 10.5k, it's actually about 14k at the moment.
And then, of course, the invaluable range, which into that team really is invaluable.
Yeah.
So yeah. The 15-headed draft.
Okay. He's just taken half his HP and he's just waddling away
Was
with
that
it.
even more than one auto attack?
I think it was a W. It was a not W. Rage Blade proc on the auto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he took a soul.
Mhm.
That is a lot of damage.
That was massive. Oh, Rakori looking for an ulti here. It does go wide with it.
They
and
get stopped
the
right in their
ambitious
tracks
ram just looking
by
to take them out
the-
there. Not much Spring
Honestly.
can do to clean this up, I don't think. No, yeah, he's doing negative damage to all of these champs. They built plated steel caps, top and jungle as predicted, and it's just.
They tried to do like a last stand, and Ronnie just said no. I will root you, and then I will arm you. No way to come back.
Yeah, a clean game from Hentai Haven. Complete opposite of last game. You know, these guys said, "No more Mr. Nice Guy. You can't underestimate our team.
No.
We'll show you what we're made of."
Honestly, Callum and Jay, they both decided, hey, let's pick a champion that it can work, but not really in the draft. But yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And they go 1-1. It's gonna be interesting game 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
era of metal has begun, and metal shall prevail. For we know.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again. We have got the third and final game of the legendary HH versus VGR series. I'm hyped up for a game 3. I hope we just had Silver Script. I didn't check it out, to be honest. But, you know, like I said at the very start of this whole cast, 2 of the longest standing teams still in VL. I'm ready for I'm ready for a legendary battle. Apparently there was no Silver Scrapes, I'm being told. Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
I mean, the orgs are long-standing, so of course the series will be long too. So here we are, game 3.
Yeah. Anything you think's going to change from the last game for either of these teams?
I think VGR has prepared way more for Red Side draft, considering that when they played on Red Side, they were smart about their picks. They picked in a good order. They were really clean with their drafting. And then game 2, Blue Side, I think it might be a bit harder to draft a really solid draft on Blue Side if you don't want to grab some power picks.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, game 2, when you have won game 1, is always a bit spicy.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you have a game to play with, and you kind of want to, like, play with it, you know?
Do you often opt to lose game 1 then, so that you don't have that unfortunate downside?
I mean, the strat I would use is to simply, you win game 1, except you don't, you throw at the Baron, and then you win game 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So basically you 3-0 then. That is way more mental damage.
That is... I can tell there's a lot of mental damage from teams you've been on. All throughout VL. And not purely because of that strategy, but, you know, for whatever reason, who could say? Who could say for certain? Seems that VGR will be choosing Red Side this game. Like you say, they've prepared more for Red Side, and we'll see what they can do with these counter picks. I wonder if they will leave. Did they leave their top lane for last game, or was it mid lane? I believe it was top. They blinded the Galio. Actually, now I remember. They blind picked Galio.
Yeah.
So, will there be any changes in the bans? Let me think of what was banned last time. I believe it was Blitzcrank, Galio, and Diana from HH. And the bans for VGR were Yone, another AD mid. What was that? It wasn't Yasuo. It was
they banned Yasuo, Yone,
Aurelia.
Aurelia.
It was the Yone, Aurelia, and there was another. I can't quite put my finger on it. But I don't know whether any of those will be changing. Although they can't let HH get the same draft 2 games in a row. That's just not playable again.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would not be surprised to see them mix up the bans. Maybe either ban the Hecarim. Bowl is quite clearly comfortable on the Hecarim. Or ban the Sion. Because, honestly, game 1, the counter pick top worked out. Game 2, not so much.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to HH for last picking their ADC. I wish more teams would do that. And with more teams, I mean my team. Please give me counter pick.
Okay, but you can get counter pick if your support is playing Senna every game.
True. I mean, I could also just pick Yone, and then people won't know that it's ADC. Because no one knows I play it.
Yeah, and if you do end up playing at ADC, then the enemy team will get a free win. So
yeah,
it's just adding to that mental damage. Like, oh, they can only beat us if we play Yone ADC. They won't know what to think.
I mean, there is only one team that can actually beat us, and that is us. We can beat ourselves.
That is true. You can
in particular, our bot lane can beat us. Our bot lane is really good at beating my team.
Well, that's exactly what you like to hear. You know, bit of bot difference. Either way, it's a bot diff.
Yeah. I mean, I have a bot diffed myself several times. I remember the first time I played, first split, I played in VL. I played versus HH. In Div 4, we were chilling. We were one game up, and I picked Rengar ADC, and we lose the game. And then we lose the series. So.
Excellent story. That's what I like to tell people. Give them loads of confidence in yourself. Bit of Rengar. Wait, you say that was your first split?
No.
Okay, excellent. That's what I like to hear. Into the draft phase we go. Let's have a gander.
If you can't pick a Rengar ADC, what's even the point? You know?
That is so true. If you can't play for fun, why bother playing in Div 4? That's why you've moved straight up to Div 2, so that you can lose when you try to have fun.
Yeah.
We got the Diana ban coming out, just like last time. Nothing being changed up yet. Daddy J contemplating a bit. What's going through? NASA's ban. That was one of their bans. Yes, I remember that.
I think the bans will remain mostly the same, right?
There has to be some change. The Galio is taken out early now, so I don't think they'll be looking to ban these picks again from.
I doubt they will ban both of the AD mids. Honestly, I would like Hecarim and the Sion ban instead. Let Callum have them if he wants.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the. I mean, I understand the bans in the sense that they are two of his Callum Attlee's two most played champs. But yeah, I was going to say there's no way you could let him have the Seraphine again. He looked so disgustingly dominant on that. Same bans coming out from Hentai Haven, and a change up for VGR here. I wonder if they will ban either of the Yone or the Aurelia here, or whether they'll go with a new ban. Let's have a Chekaruski. They might ban the Senna, honestly. It depends if Ram plays it, or if they even want to put priority on picking it, as Blue Side did end up last picking it. The Yone is taken away. Yasuo's better brother.
Sion, yeah.
Sion first pick. Okay, well.
This is what Big does. He will say,
yeah,
that man picked the Renekton into my Sion. I am blind picking Sion again. What is he gonna do? The answer, right, is pick Darius. He will pick Darius and he will clap lane. Yeah. But maybe he won't.
Another problem is that all of Midnight's... Oh, Yorick. I like Yorick in the Sion. I think it's actually a pretty decent matchup for Yorick. He's chilling. Oh my god, a Tristana pick.
That is ambitious.
I was going to say, it could be a Tristana mid as well for Midnight here. It's an interesting flex there. I was going to say, though, that Midnight's Tank Destroyer picks are still open. I wouldn't want to pick Vel'Koz into Hecarim, though, because you will instantly lose the game for your entire team, and everyone will flame you, especially me. So please don't pick Vel'Koz next pick. Wink, hint.
I mean, you wouldn't flame him, right? Because you're a nice boy.
I am a nice man, so I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm too kind. Zyra picked up for Adorkable. You know, they're basically just going for the same comp. The only thing is, the Senna's probably getting taken away next ban phase. And the Seraphine's already gone, so they are going to have to mix up their picks somewhere. Red side's gone for completely different picks all across the board.
There is a pattern of people picking for themselves this game.
Karthus?
So there might be a Tristana jungle, Karthus mid, Syra mid. Shout out.
Maybe. Senna gone, yep, there
They
you go. There's
banned
the last
Seraph.
2 champs to finish off the comp
I
for...
don't agree with banning not Seraphine, Senna. I don't agree with that. Tristana into Senna is so disgusting. You simply one-shot her.
Yeah. I'm
And
ready
then
for
she
the
never
Hybrid
gets
ban
late game.
here.
What would I like them to ban? Maybe Aurelia, just to get like that through.
Yeah. Yeah, you really need to get rid of... Well, they've got counter pick. They should save it for mid lane, I'd say. Yeah, I think getting rid of the Heimer is honestly fine. They want to get their bot lane to have priority for this Karthus. He doesn't really want to be getting invaded. They need to have a bot
I
lane
expect
that
a
can move
Vel'Koz
over.
ban here. I expect a Vel'Koz ban here.
A Vel'Koz ban here?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty terrible ban. I don't think you really want to be picking.
No, I don't
Malphite
think
or
they
Vel'Koz.
should ban it, but I
You think
expect
they will?
them to.
Yeah, it's the exact same bans from last game in pretty much the exact same order. Although I think Malzahar.
It's also the same comp thus far, but they will not have the Seraphine or the Senna, so there will be 2 new picks from Major.
Some people would say this makes Hentai Haven one-dimensional. I say, oh my.
That is
I think Ambitious Ram is DC'd in Champ Select. He
I think
messaged me
so.
with his talking about his internet issues. So I'm assuming this is a miss pick here, and we
will see if it's a client bug, if it's player mistake, or what it is.
Yeah. Okay, draft continuing from.
Yeah, I can imagine he was trying to pick Viego. He was clicking in the jungle tab or the mid lane tab, and he couldn't find it because it's a new champion. That could have happened.
Yeah. Actually, this is a good point. It could also be Kled mid. Kled, actually, unironically, hard counters Orianna. So, if Orianna has counterpicked herself, this is a massive dub for Red Team.
I think it's a flex, like a player flex, mid and bot this game for HH.
Yeah,
they can put either champion on either player and in either lane.
Wow, the draft just finished out for VGR here. Yeah, wow, this actually is going to be a... It's not going to be a Cloud Thrash bot, is it? No way.
I doubt it.
Honestly, also Tristana is a hard counter to Orianna. And to Veigar. Like, this...
To be fair, I don't think Cloud Thrash would be the worst of lanes.
I don't think it's good. But it's... And I also don't think it's good into Veigar bot lane. So I hope it's...
No, but it might be Oribot with Cyber.
Yep, it could be.
Honestly, this is more spicy than my own bot.
This is a pretty spicy one. I wanted to see the Kled med. Oh, it was a dodge.
That is a dodge.
Dodged by who's the support? Rokori. Do I have Rokori on my friends list? Can I invite the lad back? Nope, I don't have him. Whoa. This is an interesting one. Rokori only just left the lobby. I assume there was a DC. Oh, Ram can't trade. So it is going to be the Kled mid. You know what? Kled is actually a hard counter to Orianna. No joke. It is one of... If you're any good at Kled, you will demolish an Orianna. Orianna has like 17 base armor. It's unplayable. You just all in Ori when she pushes. And at 6, like, you just either ulti her and all in, or you E into her, and then you ulti to your side lanes, like... It's a win in mid. It's a win in top. I don't know the Vagar.
Do you consider yourself Kled mid connoisseur?
You know, it's funny you should say that. When I was trying out for Plague, I played this exact matchup. I first timed my first ever game of Kled. I played it into Vladimir mid, and I won.
Did you win?
So, yeah, I demolished the guy. I was against someone really bad though. I think. I was against Kraft.
Some people would say that it was a bold move. Some people will say it's a bold move, but I will say it's brave to first pick a champion, first time a champion in your tryouts. But like, that is kind of why it's called a tryout, because you're trying out new shit now.
Yeah. It's one of the 2 times I've ever played Kled. It was the first time I went 15-1-14. I just found the game. Easy clap.
And that's why you are a 4-time. Wait, is it 4-time?
3-time play-in, 1 time as a coach, quote unquote coach. I AFK'd and watched.
Yeah, 3-time Div 1 winner. Ceiling.
Soon to be 4-time. You know, just wait. Yeah, won't be long.
I mean, I don't know the new system. I mean, when we get up to Div 1, it's gonna be easy clap, but like...
Yeah, sure. I'll be waiting in 5 years. No worries.
What? I mean, if you don't think that Jonjo can handle a sack 1-trick top lane, you're wrong.
I'm not saying the problem's top lane. Don't worry, man. I'm not saying Jonjo can't play in Div 1. I'm saying there are some issues elsewhere on the team. No worries. Anyway, I'm not here to flame you. I'm here to flame HH and VGR. I mean, cast HH and VGR. I would never flame these top lads.
Yeah, but what of the rest of the map, though? That's a bang.
Okay, well, nice. I want to flame Ball, but it's very hard. Because he just plays perfectly. Absolutely no comments I could give negatively towards him.
I mean, he's a Swede, so of course he's popping off.
Okay, well then, sorry. I'm gonna have to flame him. What's wrong with him? Everything. He's probably had his Tumbrula running into this game. And maybe it's giving him superpowers.
Ruben. A big problem for me, at least, when I play with Swedish people now, is that speaking Swedish while playing League is super awkward. Because half of the words you would say are the English words.
Mm-hmm.
Words like teamfight, rotate, cooldowns. Mm-hmm. Nothing is actually like spells.
Yeah.
You're not talking Swedish. You're speaking Swinglish. So it's easier to just speak English. But someone made up a word list.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually speak Swedish when you play.
Yeah.
And I think they did a great job. Among other things, they translated vision to sight.
Right.
They translated item to thingy.
Right.
So I think they did a good job. I'm going to be using that from now on.
I hope not in any of my games. But they did the similar thing for German, or at least nobody's made a list. But I know Agurin, I think, maybe it's Maxim, one of the two, did a full game of only speaking German as well, which was a bit weird.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't realize it would be like that, where like you just say bot lane or something. You know, I thought there would be literal translate. Well, there are literal translations that you could do. It just sounds weird, I guess.
Yeah, no. Is this how it's like to be a native English speaker?
Yeah.
Pain.
Nothing wrong with pain.
I mean, accept the emotion, you know? It feels bad.
Yep, true. Oh, I actually got 5k points for last game, by the way. It must have only been me and Eliza that voted on HH. Because
Okay.
it was 8k total, and I got
Guys, if you see Oscar on Senna, he's a support main, and you don't, like, vote for HH, you're literally not only trolling, you're throwing away your channel points. Fake fans, man.
I mean, I'll be honest. I had the highest channel points. They introduced this betting thing. Some random guy, Jaded, all in his points and just instantly got top points, I think. And I tried to all in my points. I think I went like 20k on some team, and I just lost them all. It's a disaster.
Good job.
Thank you. So now I'm down to 30k.
Oh. But yeah, I don't think there is anything more to flame until we actually get champion select going. So yeah. I will start to flame. Maybe I'll start with myself. Because basically, the way you get to Div 2, you win Div 4, so technically you're Div 3, but you still play in Div 4. Right. Then you lose 2 finals, and then you go to Div 2. 2 lost finals equals 1 won final in a higher division.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think I was legally, obligated to go to Div 2.
That is interesting, and also not flame, but yeah. But well, I guess you saying you lost your finals in Div 4 somehow.
Yeah, considering the teams I lost to in the final and how I played. Yeah. I cannot imagine how I could lose 7 and then Prime Taints.
I'll drop some flame. Game 1, Callum Matley did the same damage as Adorkable on the Yasuo. He did 4k. Game 2, Ambitious Ram did 9k damage over the entire game, which I think was the second lowest in the game, or maybe third to both supports.
Wait, 9k?
9k.
How long was the game?
I think it was a bit over 30 minutes. There was 5 dragons, so it must have been past 30 minutes. I think it was like 39 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Did he not hit the Sion? Or maybe Sion just took literally 1 damage per auto attack.
I think it was more he insta-died every single fight to Sion ultis. And also, he told me he was lagging, so he couldn't dodge. He couldn't Gale Force away from Seraphine ultis.
Just tell him to stop dodging his internet, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe close his window.
Yes.
You need to keep his internet indoors.
That I haven't heard of someone trying to contain their internet indoors, but you know what? For the boys, I'm gonna craft myself a key, and I'm gonna open a chest since I've got nothing else to do. Let's see what we can crack open here. You want to take a guess at what it is, Sam?
Lunar Beast Viego.
Very close. It was Battle Queen Diana.
That is not a bad skin.
Yep, and I'm rerolling it because I already own it.
Good job.
I got Spirit Blossom Teemo with chillin'. Okay, I'm slowly collecting all Teemo skins. Just like that.
Do you have the prestige one?
Prestige what? No.
Rookie mistake. You're trying to collect all the skins, and yet you didn't buy the prestige one.
Wait, can you still buy it with the points? No.
No.
Ah, well that's unlucky, isn't it?
It's very unlucky. You need to re-roll it now. Good luck. You will
That's no
probably
worries.
need
That's
it.
no worries. I mean, BMO is also 40% off on the store. Like, not gonna lie, I'm half tempted to buy myself a BMO and then play it in VL for the boys.
Honestly, the thing you need to ask yourself is what would Spike do?
Play Nautilus top and laugh his ass off as he goes 0-10.
No, like, he's one of the greats of VL top lane. He has won VL at least once as a top laner.
Mm-hmm.
I think
true.
twice, right?
Yes, twice. Yeah, he won in split 3 and 4.
Yeah. So clearly, he's a great top laner.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play Teemo every game? Yes.
Yep.
So, is there a correlation between being really good at top lane in VL and playing Teemo every game?
I would maybe play Teemo if I didn't average 0.7 kills, 5 deaths, and 3 assists over 3 games of Teemo with a 0% win rate. Maybe I would play it.
I think you're being a bit harsh on yourself now.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a beast at Teemo. Let's go. I'll play it on Thursday.
There we go.
Outlaw Vikings. Be prepared.
Yeah, you better ban Teemo.
Yeah.
Else you're gonna pick it.
Yeah, please ban Teemo, please.
Also, we are trying to sort some stuff out.
Not really sure what's happening. Ram seems to just be popping out and in, out and in. So I'm not sure whether he's dying. Let's have a look. Ram client bugged. His client was running 50 seconds delayed. Yeah. I'm not sure whether anything's resolved now or is it paused?
Yeah, they are discussing what to do with the game because Ram's client was lagging.
Oh yeah, there was probably something in here I haven't checked. Oops.
So they are trying to come to a conclusion for what to do. I personally would probably be a bit sad about going Kled bot, but
it's Kled mid. It's Kled mid. They were trying to switch. That's why the game dodged, just because mid and ADC couldn't switch. So it is Kled mid, Tristana bot.
Either way, maybe I would have played it out.
Mm-hmm.
First time in Kled, what can go wrong?
Yeah.
Also, how long do you think it will take for Viego to get a new skin?
How? It depends. Are they gonna keep him unnerfed and no changes to him? Maybe. Then his skin will be coming in 2 patches from now. I personally don't think the champ is that interesting. I'm not sure what else you could really do with him. You could put him into like the baker set and all that, the food type skins. But I can't think of any like interesting skins you could really do with him. You could maybe do surprise party Viego as well, or something like that. Pool party, sorry, is the one I was thinking of, not surprise party.
I mean, does he have a sword?
Yeah, but you could make it into like a noodle like they do.
Yeah,
Fiora.
but like if he has a sword,
Mhm.
you can make him project. But that would be very similar to
Fiora.
not to Fiora, but his lunar skin.
I don't even know. I don't know what his actual skin is. I haven't seen anyone use the skin on him.
It's pretty good, honestly. I mean, his base skin isn't bad. So I think that's the main reason people aren't using it.
If you want my opinion on on how this situation should be resolved, force them to play Kled mid. I don't care what they say. Kled mid is a banger pick. It's fun. It's fast. It's Dominion. Just whack it in. You chill in. It's a good pick in the draft. The only reason you wouldn't pick it is if Blaze of Midnight is incredibly insecure. So either you're insecure and you get a better draft, or you're a man and you just 1v9 the game as Kled. The choice is
I
yours.
personally would call for a reschedule because the judges clearly need time to look over the evidence to see can they or can they not have like these picks. What do they need to do? They need time. You cannot stress justice. Just let them have a few days and then they'll come back to us.
That it is.
Why can you still buy rune pages?
I think it's because some people don't have quick hands. Like, I'm well known for my skill at changing my rune page. Not many people are able to do that. You know, it's how many clicks is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 clicks, right? To do your entire rune page. Plus, you gotta save it and close it and open it. That's 3 more. 14 clicks. It's crazy, right? Some people
but
don't
if
have
you
the
can
mental power
manage to do that, then anyone can. Because
Yeah.
you can apparently not press R on 2 Wukong Rs.
I don't want to hear it from your Yasuo.
I mean, I've never seen my Yasuo. I've only seen my own.
Same thing. The champs are the same.
Jon
The
is better.
champs are the same.
Okay, we have had confirmation.
Oh,
Also, there has been a scribble link made. But we are getting into game, and they will have to continue going with the Kled.
Thank God. Blazing Midnight, this is a 1v9 performance.
Thank God. You can't call the moderators a god. Their ego will literally skyrocket.
They already think that themselves. There's no change. Literally
Yeah, but
no
you
change.
don't have to, like... the house was already burning. I just
That's true.
pulled some fuel.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a banger game now. Like, some people will say cast your bias. I say I don't care. Blazing Midnight 1v9. Like, this is the only time I'll be hyped up for Blazing Midnight. He better perform. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's not all I'm saying because I'm gonna have to say way more. My throat is taking a pounding at the moment.
Why are you punching your throat, bro?
Because I'm a masochist.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
And also
therefore
a
you hit
sadist,
fish.
so it's super hard, you know, being me.
Yeah.
Alright, back into draft. Let's see if we can speedrun this. Come on, Big. I know you're falling asleep, but you can get through these bands. Let's run through it. Bam, there's one. Come on, Daddy J. Get that. I can't remember what champs they banned. I know Seraphine was one of them. Instantly out. Galio gone. Come on, Big. Go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Diana, sure. Whatever the other one was for Red Side, Nasus, out. Bam. Oh, yeah, the Own was the last one for Red Side.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just gonna speedrun draft.
Galio, gone. Yone, gone. Get it out. Everyone knows their picks. Just whack them in. Okay.
I would assume that they will pick for themselves.
Yeah.
So that this
I mean,
time they
You
won't
can't even tell
be
if you're
any.
blue team. If you're blue team, you can't tell. You know, if you're only looking at the blue team's draft, you can't tell whether they're picking for themselves or for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, come on,
I
Jay.
mean,
Yep.
you will be able to tell if Callum picks Syndra, Syra.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They're, at least red team is drafting for themselves. Yeah, Hecarim, let's keep it rolling, let's go.
Also, fun fact, Bowl is called Bowl Sardine,
Mhm.
which I am pretty sure it's not his last name, because Sardine is a fish.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, there's also people called, like, Fox and Cod. Like, those are last names, you know? You could have Sardine as your last name.
I have never heard about anyone being called Sardine. At least in Sweden.
Well,
Maybe
maybe he's a
you do it differently in England. Because apparently we're corpses. So maybe
Wow.
you name people fish too.
Only in the winter, you know?
True. The summer, the heat, too much.
Because they're late game shoes. That's
I'll have to ask the winner of this series, would they rather wear Crocs or corpse?
on their feet. All right, which team do you think won draft?
If you think about it, your skeleton is wearing a corpse.
Yep,
That's crazy.
that is so crazy. That's really crazy. This is what game threes are like. This is the game 3 of casting.
This is the game 3 with like a break.
Yeah, I've had to chat so much random stuff for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. It's melted my brain. Happens. Yeah, where's the prediction at? Let's get it going. I'm all in on VGR. Like, I think they've demolished draft. Okay, Karthus free scales, because every lane, apart from like mid, should have priority, but mid just PvPs Oriana if she tries to push, if he's good. Like, bot lane should have priority. Right? Okay.
Honestly, I think VGR actually hard won out on the bug. The bug is actually really good for VGR, unless they felt. Because the momentum that HH had from game 2 is kinda over. Us as casters, we have lost like our momentum carrying from game 2 a long time ago.
Yeah.
So did the teams. So I think their draft, if this was right off game 2, I would say HH got this, no issue. Because I don't like the double mage comp.
Yeah.
But it's like decently fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but now that it's basically game 1 again, it's a best of 1. It's gonna be tough.
It's just a disaster for HH. Kled and Yorick are both really happy building Merc Dreads, and Merc Dreads annihilate Vigor Zyra. It's just not a good scenario. Yorick hard beats San in the split push. Karthus should be able to free scale this game, and even if Hecarim dives the backline here, he's only killing Karthus, and then he's going to inevitably die or not be able to provide anything for his team because he won't be able to walk back into the fight.
Yeah, I think VGR actually somehow drafted the best they have. Well, they drafted way better than last game.
Mm-hmm.
With a random pick.
Yeah, I honestly, wish this Kled wasn't a random pick, although it would be extremely troll. Like, if they had instead done the Thresh, like I think they wanted to, because from what I read in chat, they wanted to do Thresh there. If they had done Thresh and then the enemies did the Orianna Veigar pick into the Kled pick, like, this would be probably the most I've ever smiled at a draft. If it was intentional, it's not intentional, but I still really like it. It's just like they've got a really good engage with the Kled ulti. Haven't got great follow up. Doesn't really matter, you know. They could even use the Kled ulti to disengage if they want to. Like, enemies start running at them, they Kled ulti out. Although
the
I
one
think
thing
play
I
for a
will
more
say
1-3-1 here. Yep.
is that VGR has a comp that they want to dive into the backline, while Yorick is like either flanking or in a side lane just chilling. While Karthus just sit back, relax, and press R from time to time.
Yeah,
but diving into a Ori Veigar is very hard.
Yeah.
Past a Sion.
Yeah.
So I don't think HH is like doomed, but their draft, I think they kind of lack consistent damage.
Yeah, I mean, Karthus is also the only AP on red team, so blue side is not going to want to itemize any MR, whereas red team's extremely happy itemizing MR all across the board. Like, Yorick can get a, let me think about what item he would get. Well, he'd obviously get as Mythic, which is just going to give MR anyway. He can even get a Spirit Visage this game is fine. MR itemization for Bruisers or Megalol. A similar kind of thing for Kled. He can't really get any great MR items. I'm trying to think of what they would actually get. Force of Nature could be good actually this game on both Yorick and Kled. But yeah, I'm envisioning the way that VGR play this is just they 1-3-1 and just pray to God that Big and Bowl don't manage to get an engage on the 5 mid, because there's nobody that should be able to stop either or both Yorick and Kled in the sides on HH.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I think it's if they can manage to actually side lane in a 1-3-1, it's actually unplayable for HH. But they can force.
Yeah.
Like, I think they can force fights.
I mean, I think the problem is that I don't even think HH win 5v5 team fights unless they can manage to get a cage onto like Tristana jumping in for whatever reason. They don't have the burst to take out anyone else. The Karthus doesn't really mind if he gets one shot by a Veigar ulti, because then he's done his job and he just fires his ulti. And the Bruisers will just out tank all of HH's damage. But you know, anything can really happen. It's not just down to comps in these games. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
I mean, with Leandris, I can see that a lot of these mages will actually have the DPS to whittle down both Bruisers, so that they don't really have that strong front line that, say, a Sion would provide.
I hope I don't see Leandris on Veigar. I will be in extreme pain if I see that, but...
honestly, I want to see Boel focus bot this game, because ganking a Kled is always a bit weird, because you can get... Like, if you don't burst him when he's down, he will just remount and he will double kill you. Ganking a Yorick, I don't think it will do too much. But ganking bot lane, if you can get this Veigar ahead versus the Tristana, should be good.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a scenario. They don't have any real way to engage. Oh, the level 2 coming out from VGR here. Can they look for an engage? Not in range for it. Didn't walk up soon enough. Didn't go for the flash either.
I like what B is doing. He's not queuing the wave. He's queuing like 1 minion and hitting J. A really good poke.
And there's the
Free form.
Sion matchup.
Wait, does Sion get stacks from them?
Oh, I think he might.
If he does, that's insane.
I can have a check, actually. Oh, but next time it goes up to top lane, I will look at his W. But I'm not entirely sure on that, actually. Kled being dismounted here, mostly because he tried to push in the early game, and for some reason he's gone Doran's Blade over Doran's Shield versus Orianna. A bit odd, but obviously Blaze of Midnight didn't intentionally pick the Kled, so I wouldn't expect him to exactly know how to, or what itemization he should be going here.
They do, in fact, give him stacks.
They do?
Yes.
Well, that's a bit of pain.
So every time he hit one of those things, that's a plus 3 HP in the shot.
Oh, that's
Wait,
maybe
is this a solo kill?
Never mind.
You said this matchup was unplayable.
It is, but not early game. Early game, Clyde can't do anything. Pre-3, Clyde can't do it. And then Clyde got dismounted at level.
Do not believe the lies that Ruben will tell you.
Sorry,
He will also tell you that
talking
Chem Tank
as
Sans
if
topic is
someone
playable.
played Clyde before, okay? Oh, he's gone the Doran Shield now. Maybe he's listening to the cast. Cheeky little phone call. For the boys.
Yeah, apparently it's time. It's time for Oscar to pop up the mama. Handshake emoji.
Oscar getting hooked here. Can Ambitious Ram take him down? I don't think he can escape here. Yep. Ram jumps
Yeah, that
in.
is not the pop-up I was imagining.
Oh, Rakori flashes for the KS. My man. He says,
Oh,
I've already wasted Ignite for this. I'm surprised I don't see Ram jumping back in here. It is a 2v1. Yeah, we'll see him jumping in now.
Oh, he will jump in.
Into the hook. Oh, almost
that's
prediction of the flash off.
That is very close. But it's not too bad, honestly. Oscar will TP back and he will claim the wave. More importantly, he will stack the cannon minion. Less.
Yep. Has picked up his tier as well. Could be good for the scaling.
Yeah, he's scaling.
Also quite sad to see the Clad's taken bone fighting instead of second win, but I digress. Not a CS advantage as of yet in the jungle either. Hecarim just matching the Karthus farming.
Wait. Okay, so from the meta of last game, Corpse beat Prox, right? But this time, it's the one who digs the graves. So will the grave or the corpse win? Who will last longer?
Who knows? Who knows? I think if I know anything about Daddy J, he's putting him in the dirt.
I mean, that is where a corpse belongs. So,
yeah.
Not on your feet.
I mean, depends what country you're in. You know, Sweden, you know, you never know. I think Callum here is doing a good job on the Orianna. He's managing the waves decently. Blaze of Midnight is...
Yeah, there is no one around to help Midnight.
Yeah, it's a bit rough for Midnight here. Oh, maybe it's a solo kill mid. Nope, he's just going to be forcing him out of lane again. Although,
pushing him away from the big wave.
You know.
If he steps up to the wave, he might die.
Yeah, Callum Matley can literally just stand between the tower. Well, not right now though, because he's got his corrupting bot going on. Can literally just walk up here and zone him completely off. Although the Thresh is coming in mid here. Could be looking for something. I don't know if. Okay, bait.
Okay, that is the TP from Sion. Good save.
Yeah, I mean,
he's TPing down to get the Drake too.
I think, honestly, that was not a good TP. The Drake was gone anyway. I don't think Callum needed to be saved there. He could have used his flash worst case.
He's
And
just
now,
an aura back. So it's not a good TP, but it's not a disaster.
a free play. Look, I think, yeah, Daddy J just going in for the trade here. The Maiden will be dealing quite a lot.
Okay, maybe it is a disaster.
Yeah.
But it's a fine disaster.
A bit unfortunate that the
There
Maiden
is a
AI
1k
is
goal
first.
lead for BTO now. There is where is this gold lead coming from?
The gold lead for red team seems to be in the ADC being 400 gold up and the support being 500 gold up off of the first blood.
Okay, it's the support matchup. Because the mid lane is also quite a bit up for HH.
Yeah, that's true. 400 gold ahead there, yeah. Offset by the ADC. Assist
So it's
and
just the support.
just the support pretty much.
gold,
Is where the difference comes from, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
Because
now-
everything else was really even.
Now is the point where Blaze and Midnight can just demolish the lane. See, he goes in for a trade. Doesn't have his W even.
Oh,
And
that's
still
almost a solo
one
kill
kills him. Now
from
he
only using basic abilities.
If he ultis under the tower here, he kills Orianna. But probably not too confident on the Kled. His W's gone down
Also,
again.
I think he might have, if he are right there when he said it, he dies to the Hecra, who is in the wings with his arm.
Worth.
I mean, I would consider it worth, but I'm a bit of a coin flipper myself, so who knows?
I mean, if he tried to ulti that, the Orianna would just flash away and he died to tower. So, but it would have been funny. So I wanted him to do it. Also, I don't know why he keeps pushing. Like, whatever. He should just leave it and just free win the game by just letting Orianna push. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not hating.
Also, I'm a big fan of the synergies of the flanks of VGR. Top lane and jungle, both the Shadow Wild champions.
Gank coming in the
And
top.
their support is also a Shadow Wild. It's... Wait, it's gonna be a solo kill.
A flash not enough
Callum
to escape.
popping
Rory trying to go for a return kill on the Orianna.
Yeah.
Gets the Orianna flash.
Callum
Ambitious
doing
Ram not
the
looking at his
impossible.
monitor right now. He should be able to
Popping
turn on Oscar if he wants to here. Never mind. Oh, he turns it. Oh, and he
Okay.
flashes for no reason. Now that's a Div 4 play right there. Someone
No.
clip that.
Div 3.
Div 3
Do
B.
not click.
Div 3B.
Do not click. One, because Ruben said the wrong division, and two, because my man does not deserve to get clipped like that. Man.
This isn't about whether this is Div 3 or not. It's about the division of the play.
Honestly, I think the play was
Yeah.
moving on.
Play was indeed a yeah.
One team has 3 Shadow Wild champ. The other has exactly 1.
Yep. That is correct.
So, one team has more synergies. If this was TFT, BJR would be smashed. You know?
Yep.
You don't seem to be too happy about me speaking about TFT.
Oh, what gave you that impression?
I don't know. It
Please.
seemed kind of sad.
Please, Midnight, please stop shoving everywhere.
Maybe if you focus more on the TFT and less on the unplayable lane, you will be less sad.
Sorry, I wasn't rated a 1 in the power rankings for should play TFT. I don't know about you.
This does not seem like everything you promised, Ruben. You actually scammed Midnight.
Look, it's not my fault. You know, I probably should have given him a tutorial on how to play it in
Actually,
the massive
Kled
game.
salesman scamming people.
I'm British. Scamming is what we do.
Okay, but he does have the goal lead is close, even though they are getting more kills, because the gap bot lane is closing.
Yeah.
And the mid gap is getting bigger. It's now 30 CS.
Yeah, 30 CS, 1k gold lead. By the way, Sam, you're able to check the gold if you press X on your keyboard, just to let you know in case you didn't. That's how you switch it around.
I obviously know, but I will say thank you for the information, because I definitely didn't know.
I probably should have told you in game 1 when you asked me. Oh my, Rani blocking the hook with the plants. Now that's how you play this matchup. Good work from Rani there.
Yeah. Like, this is similar to game 1 in that one team has a minion champion and one team has a hook champion. Oscar did not do it, so Rani decided, I'll do it myself. It's my team. I'm doing it. I'm winning the game.
Yeah.
And they are stacking drakes. Unfortunately, it's a cloud drake. It won't do a whole lot for anyone but Hecarim.
Yeah.
For Hecarim, it's huge. It's not huge for the big man himself.
I don't know actually. I think it is quite big for Oscar. Oh my god, Daddy J picking up a kill. The healing from the Maiden is just too big. You need to be taking out that Maiden. The Kled ulti running up top here.
Big might die here.
Misses the Q on the charging Scion there.
Oscar is TPing in.
Oh, Spring got his wall a bit far away there, unfortunately.
Okay, is this Biggest alive?
Oh, Oscar's got his ulti. He's whipping it out. In it
he presses ult? Yeah. My man coming through with the 15 head play. I like that.
Now that's a gamer moment for sure.
Yeah.
If I
and now Ronnie will just collect the wave, chilling.
Look at the bomb damage onto a Dorkable. Oh, she gets hooked. This is a free kill for Ram here. Cheeky.
Oh, Boyle coming through.
He gets out. Oh, the Hecarim
doesn't have the
phase rush. Makes him
will not
through the gates. Can ambitious Ram 1v9 this game with Daddy J? So
that is
2v8. 2v8.
Yeah, I was gonna say he cannot 1v9 it with someone.
Don't
that
worry,
is impossible.
I've realized the error of my ways. Never fear.
I will say there is a almost 30 CS lead bot, but there is a 40 CS lead mid.
Yeah. I mean, you have to realize as well, even if, once again, like last game with the Senna not correctly showing the gold lead, in a similar sense, this game Vigor isn't going to show the correct gold difference because he gets free AP from his passive. And oh, Oscar getting a bit caught out here. Hook lands. Ignite goes down.
Bowl will trade back to the... So it's an even trade in them. Also, I will say, the game is very close. There is a 1k goal lead top to HH. The jungle is basically dead even. There is, however, almost a 2k goal lead for Callum in the mid lane.
Yeah, and it's a bit unfortunate that Rakori is constantly having to rotate to mid lane to try and negate the goal difference from increasing in mid lane. Because it's meaning the ambitious Ram can't snowball quite as hard as he needs to with that Halo Blades on the Tristana.
Also, it means that he will be stealing a bit of XP, and that has led to there being not only top, but mid, a single level goal lead for HH. But the characters is scaling. Scaling.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I think it's necessary for HH to be keeping on stacking these dragons, get to that Elder Drake. That's pretty much their win con at this point. Is they just need to be able to kill Kled and Yorick before they get to too many items here. Yorick's already picked up his Merc Treads here. He's a big boy. He knows what he's doing.
Also, the itemization from Ram this game, I like a lot. His job is to get the squishy targets low. It is to one-shot people with this Halo Blades for stun. There is a fight going on. There's a huge shockwave. Really insane triple kill.
That was...
Honestly, that team fight was so huge.
That was, yeah. HH.
That might, like, if they win this game, it's a lot due to that fight right there. Because now the more scaling team, just they're on Soul Point, and they have a 5-0 or that is a huge goal lead. By far the richest man in the game. 3k over the cap and 1k over the stun.
This is Callum was not happy with his performance game 1. He says, you know what, guys? I'll show all the doubters out there what I'm capable of. 3k gold difference mid.
I was a hater towards the double mage. Yep. Callum is like, I am 2 mages alone. It's actually triple mage. Actually quadruple mage because Ron is also on a mage. How do you have 4 mages on a single team? And 2 frontline?
Well, you know, they could actually have 3 frontline. If I see Dead Man's Plate Vagar, I'll be smiling. Spring manages to get the Herald, but can't manage
he will
to
not pick it up.
Can't manage to
this
pick it
is so sad. Also, I was making a point that Bram, he's building Gale Force again, even though he's still into a Scion and a very beefy frontline. He's also going in and one-shotting Run. And he's also one-shotting Oscar, but Vigorous doesn't.
I think Daddy J wins this if he pulls his ulti out here. He does indeed. I think Beak's gonna have
he might still lose due to the burst of Beak. He will not lose. I was only joking.
Yeah, it's the you get percent health damage from Yorick's ulti. It's so disgusting. Yeah. It's 6% max health magic damage on Yorick's autos when every 2 seconds.
Yeah, that right there is what I was trying to get him. It's not Ram's job to deal with the front line, the Scion, the tanky hacker. It's actually Jay's job because he has that percentage HP damage. And also, this game he has a mage who's building Liantris. That is also huge. So they will maybe be able to deal with the front line. As we saw in the previous fight, it can still be a bit rough, but the gold gap is closing. It's less than 1,000. Top, gold is even. A jungle, gold is even. Mid, it's still a 3k gold lead. But bot lane, it's 2k ADC lead for BGR.
Getting
and
a pick
1k
gold here, there's no way he's escaping this. Who's going to get the shutdown guard? Oh!
I would like them. Yeah, they donated it. That's really good.
That is huge. Oh, but maybe Ram gets picked in return
Yeah,
here.
maybe, actually. Yeah.
Oh, the clutch locket from Thresh coming out there, just barely enough to save Ram from dying. Oh,
yeah,
sorry, I think I said Ram.
Smart pickup versus the team that wants to catch ADC.
Clyde using his TP to head for the bot lane wave here. Interesting. I think, I think I'm a bit disappointed that Karthus is only up 6 CS in this matchup. I personally think he should do a bit of a Pyroton and just go 10 CS a minute and just like that's how he wins the game. He can he doesn't need. He shouldn't need to impact his lanes in any way, and he can't really because they don't have great setup apart from bot lane, who would just win the 2v2 anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any point in him like doing anything but farming. But due to the mid lane, I think it's really hard for him to freely farm because he needs to constantly cross that mid lane.
Yeah.
And crossing the mid lane when your mid laner is this far behind is really hard.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous. Yeah.
It should be easier now that Ram is mid instead, because now the lane will actually be pushed up a bit, so he can safely move between his jungles. But Vowel has done a good job to stay even in CS in this matchup.
Yeah, he's done a great job this game. And also his impact on that one team fight, pushing the Tristana away, forcing the entire enemy team to clump
He has
up.
also taken 3 Drakes and still been impactful in lanes. That's so uncontested, and now they take the fight.
Yeah, there was no way HH could contest that there. Ball maybe going down here. Can
somehow
Ram manage to get into range?
Ram
there?
did not get speared by the Hecarim one.
Yeah, it's because he went over him. But Ram completely untouched in this fight. Never mind, he's getting Orianna ulted. He can't. Animation cancelled it.
He's kind of out of the fight. Oh, he's.
Never mind. Spring should be able to clean this one up here. He can just go for the ulti as soon as Beeg is off of the backline here.
Yeah.
Never mind, he's flashing in.
He's trying to get them a little bit lower so he can actually. Or I don't think they will go down from this. Callum has Sonias.
Oh, Midnight may be dead here. He's stuck in the cave.
Yeah, he is.
Going down.
It was a good fight from VGR, but then HH somehow turned it back to being really favorable.
The moves.
Callum might have. No,
never
he survived.
mind.
Spring did not
decide to try and use his Qs on the Orianna there.
Actually, I don't think he had vision in the bush.
But he saw the Orianna.
Yeah, but he didn't see that he zoned.
Interesting. Yeah, I will leave it at that and not say anything more about that play.
Yeah, good.
I will say that dragon setup was perfectly done by Oscar. He set up the E right where both, I think it was Spring and Ram were trying to walk through. They just had no way to get into the pit there because of the cage.
Also, gold is dead even.
Is now, yeah. If VGR want to be getting into these objectives, they need to be going through the river, somewhere where Veigar Cage can't block up the entire path. It's the only way for them to get into these fights.
I mean, I think the only way for them to do anything is to walk as 5, bait out the Veigar Cage, then walk back, and then when the cage drops, they can actually walk in. But that takes time.
That's what they did last fight, and by that time, HH had already taken the dragon.
Yeah, they need to do it way early.
Yeah.
Because even though HH does not have a marksman, they have a surprising amount of damage to objectives due to the Hecarim and due to the Liandrus of Aura. And to some extent also the Sion. The Sion is starting to deal a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And also, of course, Syra. No mythic item yet from Ronnie, but I imagine it's coming out quite soon, considering she's at 1.4k gold in the pot.
Yeah, it'll be the Leandre's on her next base.
Yeah.
Daddy J just showing what the matchup's all about. He doesn't even have any goals up right now. Blaze in Midnight is being punished for trying to go in on Oscar top.
He is dead.
Yeah.
Oscar donating the kill over to Bowl because he's a nice guy.
Orianna there. But no follow.
Oh, Bowl is coming through mid.
Yeah, Bowl is an absolute monster with this cloud soul. He's gotten all the move speed in the world.
Yeah, he hasn't used it though. that was the ghost. Because he has his aura.
Yeah.
But when he actually, if he decides to aura and then ghost, he will be insanely fast, and it will be impossible for Ram to get away from him.
Yep. You do also get out of movement speed in general for the Ocean Soul. 10%.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Not Ocean Soul, sorry, Cloud Soul.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Daddy J with the huge block of the Scion ulti there. Can he turn this fight around?
I think it was a beautiful play, but it was sadly not enough for him.
Yeah, the amount of armor on both Hecarim and the Scion there is just way too much for Daddy J. He's a bit too far behind in the items now to be able to actually 1v2 this. And it's not looking good for VGR at the moment. Maybe Ram can turn it around with some good team fights, but it's going to be difficult with if Oriana and Hecarim are comboing their ultis together, it'll be devastating for Ram in some team fights, I'm sure.
Oh.
Especially around this Elder Dragon, which is coming up very soon. Which I anticipate HH are just going to set up for the Elder, and they're chilling. They want the enemies to come in. They're stronger at the moment. They win 5v5s, and if they get the Elder, it's a guaranteed Baron take.
HH can force fights really easily. The one thing I'm a bit worried about is if Boel even slightly overforce, there is no way that his damage dealers catch up.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, Ori just Rs to get the movement speed and then runs in without attacks. But I doubt she wants to do that. Because, actually, Jay is soloing Baron. He is currently chilling.
Oh, is he? Wait, hang on. Let me pan myself over to that. Yeah, he is actually taking that out. I was gonna say VGR don't want to trade objectives here.
Right now, or they don't know. They have no idea. They are running away from the dragon.
VGR doing a great job of trying to stall the enemies out here. They're making sure they don't stand in a position where they can.
They
will
go right now.
We'll split up a little bit.
The dragon.
Excellent.
It's a really cool play. That they one player coming through.
They are going to need to engage on this, or just give it up and just.
Yeah, they are giving it up.
Yeah, that's it. They're just giving it
I
up.
think that might have been a mistake. Because giving this, now HH can simply force a fight, and it doesn't matter if no one can follow up on Boel, he will just one-shot the Tristana.
Yep. Yeah, that's entirely a possibility.
I think it was a huge mistake to not force that. Because Jay could have backed with the Baron instantly and then TP'd him.
Oh, Oscar getting caught out though. Oh, Flame missed, but Oscar still...
Ram is now 1 HP and will die to a simple R click from Boel. They need to be really careful here. Even though they have Baron, HH is still way strong with the Elder.
Yeah, Ram has no
Jake
summon
is
at the moment.
TPing. I think it's a mistake from HH to back. They won't back. They will go. And Boel will...
Yeah, Ram is just dead here. Cole might be dead in return though. Never mind, Zonia's is all the damage. Does still get taken down by the Karthus. Karthus taken down by the Oriana. Scion just tanking both Nexus towers here as Oriana goes deep.
The Karthus. No, the question is, can he... No, he's dead. That is a...
he makes it out. They all make it out. Wow. Ambitious Ram. I don't think he can chase this down here, but he can clear the waves. It's not an end of the game yet, but that is...
yeah, I thought it was an ace.
Almost all of the Barons gone for VGR here.
Midnight survives, so the game doesn't end.
Yeah.
It was a really close fight. Like, close to ending the game. I mean, the fight wasn't close.
I can't see any
actually, it was
shutdown.
kind of close.
Yeah, there weren't any shutdowns in that fight, which is quite interesting considering how strong Callum was at that point in the game.
The Elder will be running out, but Big is out for the last Baron. What would you like them to do here?
Which team?
Both?
I would like HH to stop trolling and end the game by just going to one of the side lanes and then fighting instead of trying to fight under Nexus towers. And VGR, I would like them to fix any client issues that they may be experiencing for next week. Actually, no, this is what I'd like. I'd like to see a top lane fight, man. As a top laner myself now, nothing makes me more excited. Oh my days.
Oh no!
Oh, but can he? No way. Daddy J decided to not use his Q. Wait, no way. He could have actually out-sustained him.
3v5 on the map.
Wow.
HH has complete control over the map right now. They will simply push all lanes. Can they end off Jay's death timer though? I don't think so. I don't think they will.
Oh, he could have looked for it. See, everyone's too scared. This is like watching NA, you know? Everyone is scaredy cat. They don't want to just go. Just like, go kill him. Who
Yeah,
cares?
finally we have come full circle. I said at the start of the cast, I want to see some good League of Legends compared to NA. And look, they are playing as a team. Already better than NA. Chilling.
True.
Like, do you see that they are pushing bots right now? Not ramming it.
Yeah, all three inhibs down here for VGR. This is just a
I
disaster.
think HH are they're looking for Eldrake because they pinged it.
Okay, I personally. Okay, B. No, please don't tell me you die for
I
this.
think. Yeah.
Never mind. That is a huge Vagar cage. Wow.
Okay, you said like I shouldn't be biased, but Oscar once again 1v9ing the game. Chilling.
Yeah.
Like I say.
Actually, hard carrying the Sion who almost just randomly threw away Baron and Elder there for no reason.
No, but like they are 1 minute away. He would be back in time, even if he died. Actually, maybe not, because it takes so long to die. But either way, like I said, I didn't like the double mage combo from the main carries, but both of them are kind of smurfing it. So who am I to judge?
Who are you? Is a damn good question.
I didn't know this was philosophy class. But I guess I should have guessed from the old bald man.
Could have at least said wise, but okay, fine.
I mean, if you won't argue that philosophers are wise, or that you are wise, I don't know. Like, both of them are questionable. Will HH get both super buffs? They just one-shot Baron.
Okay.
That's
Are you
game.
ready for a game?
VGR needs to fight this, but
Yeah.
B could just TP in and end the game if they do.
Yeah,
I think
they're the only person who should probably be at Baron, the jungler, is the one defending.
No, he is. They are going to fight because they need to fight, and he's going back because he has ult. I'm just explaining the logic. I don't think they will win because they literally are losing the game right here.
Okay, before this game ends, because I think it will rather soon, without looking, how much AP do you think Vagar has?
1,180.
I think it's probably about 1k as well. Because you don't have Rabadons yet.
It's only 840.
840. If he had Rabadons, how much would that be? It would be like 1.1k, 1.
Also, I will say, huge pop-off from Callum. Bowell, like, I would say that he's in a stable condition. One-tricking Hecarim all 3 games.
Yeah.
The big smurfing it. The bot lane of HH. Easy game.
Crisp.
Why?
Oh,
Who are you calling Chris?
crisp.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
We are gonna have Oscar, I believe, coming in for a cheeky little interview.
Yeah. After turbo smurfing it with the Veigar cage, the Senna, I have a few questions to ask him.
Of course you do.
The question is, can he find his way here?
Only time will tell. Out of a sign of pure respect, I'll let you ask the first question because I don't know what I'm gonna possibly say.
I mean, like, we could ask boring questions like, what do you think about the series and shit? Like, no. We're not doing that. We are, however, going to ask him the important questions. Like, what kind of footwear he prefers. You know?
That is true.
He is on his way. He's just going to enter the waiting room, and then he can be dragged in here.
Top lad. There he is.
My man, welcome Oscar to the stream. Oscar?
Stage fright.
No, I'm here.
Yo,
Oh.
what's up, Oscar?
Oh, good. How are you guys?
We are
Excellent.
good. We have been blessed with a great series. A
My man.
good old reverse sweep. But the most important question: would you rather wear Crocs or a corpse on your feet?
I'd rather wear Crocs.
Beautiful.
That's the wrong answer because he played Scion.
Shut up. It's
Oh,
fine.
he didn't play Scion. No, Beeg did. Sorry.
It was the wrong answer, but I will still respect it because I would rather wear Crocs. Because I am Swedish, not
Yeah.
English.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll hit you with a question. What was the logic behind the Veigar Zyra bot lane in the third game?
I'll hit you with an answer.
Good.
There is no logic.
HH drafting at its finest.
I mean, I just have fun playing Veigar, and I know the enemy might not have as much fun.
Excellent. Okay. What was what was going through your comms when you saw Daddy J has slain Baron Nashor in that third game?
I don't remember. I think we were laughing.
You thought. Also, in true HH fashion, no cause, just laugh and do the elder. Like, what's this guy doing?
Guys, he just soloed Nash.
We should.
Yep.
Fair enough. Let's have a ganders. What else? What else can I say?
Okay. Oscar, any trash talk for the enemy team? I mean, like, what do you have to say?
Oh, that Kled pick was banger.
It was.
It was super.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we saw
Also,
some
the Yorick
great...
build was good. Daddy J. That's dance.
Yeah.
Bramble.
Chilling.
No, as soon as we lost the first game, I knew we were going to win the series.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it is a popular strat to simply int the first game, so your opponents will let their guard down game 2, and then you use the momentum in game 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I simply int every game, but I have a good team, for example.
So were you not worried after that first game going into the second one?
No. All our
And-
series ends 2-1.
And with your preparation of the Seraphine, why did you decide to whip it out game 2 instead of game 1?
Oh no, it wasn't prepared. I think we tried one scrim or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I hated the look of that comp. That gave me nightmares, no offense. If it was probably anything except Zyra support, I would have been very unhappy to play against that.
No, it works. Yeah, it's super disgusting. I think
Yeah.
you have a frontline with Big, and then you have the Hecarim just running Rampage, and Seraphine, Senna, and Rani on the poke support behind.
I mean, we saw how it worked. The Sion just stands there. You cannot go past him. And if you somehow do, there's a Hecarim in your backline. And you need to get past the Sire R. And then when you actually get there, you have to somehow kill a Seraphine and Senna, who both heal each other and do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah. No, so truly, like the honest answer is that we were picking the Seraphine for flex, right?
Yeah.
Because saving the AD carry for last isn't like normally a good strat. But we I've tried Seraphine and I'm dog shit at it. So
Right.
Callum was kind of forced into picking.
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend that that's the real answer, and not that you looked at the damage charts after game 1, saw he did 4k damage on Yasuo, and said, "Put this man on a support champ."
No, Callum is good. He's popping off every game.
No,
almost.
yeah. That first game, I thought, wow, this is gonna be a mid difference kind of game, and I was right, but not for the team I thought.
No.
Games 2 and 3 really popped off.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Shout out to Blazing Midnight. We felt like we had to tunnel down on him.
Mhm.
Also, Oscar, would you say that it's a bot gap series?
I think someone is locked into playing AD carries well and engage support while another bot lane has a champion ocean.
Honestly, I like that. That's a banger comment.
Have you
Have you considered playing Yone bot?
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry, but he does physical damage.
Okay, fair enough.
He was also banned in the first rotation, all 3 games.
Yeah.
Just saying. But oh yeah, do you have any more questions, Sam?
No.
Do you have any final comments? Any parting words for your loyal fans in Twitch chat, or just for the boys to clip after the series? Anything you want to say?
I wanna say that my entire team played well. It was really nice to see both Bull and Callum pop off on their first streamed series, because I think they both have been very underrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially Callum.
Hmm?
And then I don't know, GGC.
Don't say that or you get tickets made about you, man. I've got first-hand experience.
Oh, I mean, no, they played well. I think Ambitious Ram is a very strong AD carry.
He is, yeah. But no, yeah, I completely agree. I think both Bull and Callum really showed what they can do in this series. It was,
No one should be.
I don't know.
I
Bull
think that-
only showed one pick.
Oh well, yeah, but he showed he's very strong at the very least.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll draw some bans next week because of this. Great performance from him, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe you should pick up some junglers.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I
Um,
think
yeah.
I'll say thank you, my man, to for the interview.
My man.
I think that's it for the
I
show.
haven't watched it back, but I'm sure you guys were great at casting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We were not talking throughout the team fights.
I can't wait to watch Sam analyze the game.
Oh no, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
But I'll say thank you as well. Thank you for it was a very entertaining series to watch and cast.
Yeah. Thank you. GG, well
Well
played
played.
to
Yeah,
Congratulations.
GG's, man. And I guess with that, we'll bid our farewells, Sambete. Thank you for watching the stream. Yeah, you go ahead. You do it.
Thank you for watching. Tune in on Thursday for some more high quality, better than NA League action. Bye.
Peace.